Hello, everyone.
Howdy.
That's all I wanted to say.
Yeah, alright, goodbye. End of episode.
Yeah, that's it. That's all you need.
Alright, yep. I can't believe it, sir. Extraterritoriality.
Extraterrestrial life forms, Gumshoe. Yes, and there's nothing we can really do about it. In the end, we didn't have enough authority to bring him to justice.
I can't believe that even though we know he's the boss, we can't lay a finger on him.
I know. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor. Sorry to skip out on you, but I got some business to take care of. Okay, bye, Lang.
If we can't even give an evil guy like him a slap on the wrist, and what the heck were laws created for? What good are they?
I love how this exact same plot is in literally every single Phoenix Wright game.
Well, yeah.
Because it's fucking true.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? It hasn't changed in 20 years.
Because the game is like, please, government, take a look at our game. Government's like, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, fucking Itoi with Mother 3 is like, hey, look how horrible capitalism is, and it's only gotten worse since 2006. He's like, fuck this shit, I'm retiring.
Poor Itoi.
Y'all can make Mother 4 an oddity and shit if you want, that's fine. I'm
That's
out.
right. Some guy comes along and just like, oh, you're not gonna make Mother. No, that's okay. We'll make Mother 4. No, we're changing it to Oddity. No, that's okay. We'll make Mother 4. You guys can make Oddity. What's your game about? Oh, fuck capitalism. Oh, nice. That's what mine's about. Wow.
Oh, sick.
It was just Mother 3 that was fuck capitalism. Okay, Earthbound kind of had it, but it kind of reveled in capitalism.
Yeah, to an extent. I mean, it's the kind of thing where, like, Persona 5 is a game about rebellion, even though the end of the game, the government is the exact same as the start of the game. You know,
As for Earthbound, the kids don't really care about the guy. They're just like, they just kind of enjoy it. Meanwhile, they fight an Eldritch Demon, so...
Well, it's kind of like there are some games like Earthbound where the messaging is separate from the plot, and there are games like Mother 3 where the plot is literally like, no, capitalism in canon happened and ruined everything.
Yeah.
So.
But to be fair, Earthbound is not super about destroy capitalism. It's more like...
No, it's not. It's not. I mean, Persona 5 would be a more apt, like, metaphor.
Yeah. But that's because Persona 5 tried to make it the main plot but failed miserably.
But there are like a lot of games like most media that's like fuck capitalism or fuck the government or whatever. You know, it doesn't actually like in canon have a revolution.
You know what works better for me? Fuck capitalism in the form that you just don't make it exist. Just have Persona 4 and it's like, wow, this is amazing, and there's like no capitalism here. Isn't this awesome? Except for Junas, but you know, Junas can...
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say, it has a pretty like...
It does have a multi-mall, but it doesn't really feel like one. It's just kind of like a store and you only get to see the TV section. It's barely present.
They do make a point about, like it fucking over the local businesses, though.
They do.
It's not a big point, granted.
But also... the local businesses are just kind of cool and they live their own life and everything's just happy, and it makes me be like, wow, I desire this. Anyway.
I definitely like the Mother 3 route better, where they're just like, nope, we didn't actually know what money was.
Yeah, but that's like, it's not ham-fisted in Mother 3's case. That's like, we're going to turn this into a legitimate plot. So
yeah,
and
that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Anyways, then I'll go to Yatagarasu and take care of this myself.
Don't you dare.
Mr. Edgeworth.
Sorry, that was a bit too harsh.
I know how you feel, sir. We're trying to take on an ambassador, after all. And he did tell us earlier to get out of the theater. This is kind of their country, I guess. But I feel like I've been slapped across the face for just doing my job.
What am I going to do? Should I retreat for now and formulate a better plan of attack?
Come on, everyone, we can't give up yet.
Okay.
I want you to think about something for a sec. We've never let up for even a second, and as long as we don't stop investigating, we might find the rotten treasure hidden in here.
I like how Francisca hasn't had one single comment this entire time. She's still just busy massaging her shoulder.
I think she's ignoring them and just kind of thinking about what she wants to do. She's right.
Oh, have a date with Adrian after this? Good Lord, can they hurry this shit up? Good God.
Come on, Mr. Ashford.
You're right, Kay. Very well, let us reopen the investigation and see what we find. Come on, Kay.
Right behind ya. Okay, then I'll go check out Bobble a bit more, sir. And I have something that I need to investigate further in Alabast. My date with...
What is she doing in Alabast?
I just, I liked the pond. I'm gonna sit by the pond. It's calming.
They sit by the pond. Fucking Larry Butts comes out of the water.
Larry Butts found dead.
That was the best date ever. We got to drown Larry Butts. Before I gather any more information, I should do a bit of housekeeping. Passion flowers data erased from my organizer. He's just like throwing all the shit left and right everywhere. There's no trash can. He's just throwing flowers on the ground, stamping them into the floor. Ambassador Alba seemed agitated over something.
This fucking guy. I wonder why.
There are two special circumstances that surround the ambassador. First, the embassy itself has extraterritorial rights. If something happens on Alabastian soil, we are unable to illegally prosecute him.
Cool. It sounds like embassies are the perfect place to steal whatever you want.
And Murder Damask 2 run a smuggling operation and make counterfeit bills, apparently.
But I thought all the counterfeiting was done by Mr. Cochin and Bobble.
Yes, he apparently used the embassy's coupon printing press to do it. But it's the same story over there anyway. Bobble also has extraterritorial rights. Which brings me to my next point, the ambassador's extraterritorial rights. These rights are effective even in our own country.
Really?
Okay, did you just start paying attention
yesterday? What was I saying?
No matter what happens, he can never be tried in our courts. He retains some very special rights indeed. Basically, no matter what wrongs he may commit, we can't bring him to trial here.
So I guess we really don't stand a chance, do we? Oh well.
Never give up, but we don't stand a chance.
I got a Steel Samurai rerun to watch, so see ya.
We might stand a chance if we can somehow nullify either one of his special rights. Okay. So, do we just now get to go feck off?
I don't know where it wants to go. Oh wow, look at this picture.
This was taken just before the two ambassadors gave their bouquets to the Steel Samurai. He looks like he's about to cry on the right. Guy on the left also looks like he's gonna cry. Please, Steel Samurai, don't kill me. Wait, is it just me or my imagination? Or is there something in this picture that I've seen before?
Yeah, the Steel Samurai Alba, okay.
I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny.
I fucking hope that's in the second game.
I hope it isn't.
Here's the thing, though. That's fan translated, right? Which means the fan translators either A, are like you and hate that shit and got rid of it, or B, the fan translators were like, this is hilarious, let's make sure it stays in.
Yeah, because the first game's translated, the second one isn't.
Yeah.
Well, it's translated, just not professionally. Or maybe professionally, but amateurly.
I mean, fucking they did a good job with Mother 3. It's a different team entirely.
Oh, hell yeah. But the Mother 3 team was has been working on that for a while.
Yeah, they fucking updated it earlier this year after like a fucking 10-year spree of no updates.
That's right. People love Mother 3.
Yeah, that's right. What the fuck are we looking for here?
Well, there's something here that's kind of weird.
Kind of weird, champ. I can't believe he was pretending to be a harmless old grandpa. Talk about deceptive.
I don't suppose anyone expected him to change that drastically.
Everybody's thinking of something evil behind that cheery smile.
Okay, please try to remain calm and focus on the here and now.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry I got all worked up there. Well, the only way we're going to be able to steal the truth is if we keep on investigating. Mr. Palladino has a really great smile, don't you think? But he was really happy that they were going to become Codopia again.
Perhaps, but instead he became the greatest victim in today's case. An ambassador like him who's always thinking of his country is really to be admired.
Yeah, although this happened, I hope they'll be able to reunite the country someday.
I hope so as well, but for that to happen we need to solve this case first. We need to see if there is anyone who would harm the new Codopia or locked away. Anyone who would.
And we will. My confidence in this investigation just comes and goes. Completely arbitrarily.
There's that troublemaker standing there smack in the center making two peace signs.
Oh my god, he is. I didn't notice.
Yeah.
Wow, the Steel Samurai stands out even more than the two ambassadors in this picture. Oh, hey, the person playing the Steel Samurai is one of your friends, right?
No, I have no idea who he is.
Wait, but you just said he. You knew which gender he was, so you must know him, right?
I beg that you please refrain from talking about that person with me ever again.
Switch to that person. It's gotta be like one of the flowers. Oh, it's like a passion flower or something.
Possibly. Seems that the lilies are the center of this bouquet, with an accent of chamomile.
Wow. I can totally smell the wonderful fragrance.
Okay, this is just a picture.
Look, I know that, but it's nice to imagine things once in a while, you know? Where's your sense of empathy?
I have no imagination. If you can smell the fragrance of flowers from a photo, that's more like a hallucination.
You don't have to be mean about it.
Let's just drop this before it's in full bloom.
I don't get it. Can you explain the joke, Edgeworth?
Well, in 2009, Plants vs. Zombies 1 was released, and it had a song in it called Bloom Doom. I actually think it was 2007. I don't remember what year it was.
Fake fan.
Actually, it might have been 2005. Like, when was Plants vs. Zombies 1 released? No, not Garden Warfare. Fuck off.
It was 2009.
I was right. I said 2009. Nice.
You said 2009? Okay.
Yeah, that was the first one I said. Nice. I said
can't believe
2009,
I
maybe 2007.
I can't believe I still found that quick. That despite being on a laptop.
Yeah, well.
I guess I don't need to give Zuper so much shit. Not
Look
that
at
I
this-
actually ever do give him shit. But,
Look at this
you know.
nonsense with EA. 2009, 4 years before Plants vs. Zombies 2. Then it goes to EA, then it released Garden Warfare, then they released Garden Warfare 2, and then Heroes, and then the Battle for Neighborville, and then the fucking dog shit that's Plants vs. Zombies 3.
I think I've only ever played the first one. And that's
Good.
it.
That's the only one that's not made by EA.
Oh,
2
really?
is not
Oh,
terrible.
yeah.
It is so bloated, but it's not terrible. Garden Warfare is fun.
You know,
1 and 2.
I did actually play like the demo of Garden Warfare. It was.
It's okay. Garden Warfare 2 is better. Neighborville sucks.
The thing with Garden Warfare is like, if I were gonna play that, I would just play Overwatch instead.
Garden Warfare 2 is a massive improvement, I think.
Okay, I mean I haven't touched that one.
It appears to be a bouquet of persimmon, cyclamens, and roses. Cyclamens, I guess?
Cyclamens?
Cyclamens? I don't know. How does
Yo,
Edric
thick
know so
lemons.
much about flowers?
I was gonna comment on that. Wow, you even know the exact species? I never would have figured you for an expert on flowers. Did you just come?
It's all because these flowers only send me every month. I just imagined that was the noise Edric would make in that scene. You know, I don't know. Listen, don't make fun of me.
I'm making fun of Edgeworth. He's
Just
the one
look
who
at
came
me.
at flowers.
I sound like some sort of botanist. Yeah, that
Well,
wasn't what I was thinking you sounded like, Edric.
So,
But,
so
you do you.
ignoring that, what exactly is this yellow flower here?
That one, I'm not sure.
What? You don't know?
As far as I can recall, I've never seen a flower like this before. But it feels like I've seen the shape somewhere before.
Is that like one of the flags? Like the flower and the no?
Oh, it's the
maybe?
Cadopian flower. See?
Yeah, I guess so. I guess you gotta deduce that with the travel guide.
Yeah. Oh, it didn't reheal my health. Nice. Could this piece of evidence be related to this photo somehow?
Huh? Well, nope.
She could have at least tried to humor me a little bit. Well,
Alright.
you know what to do.
Okay.
Do I maybe have a better spot?
He'd
It's my flower.
recognize that. Oh, is it the guitar pick?
No.
No? Okay. Because it looks like there's one missing, and it's like the pick would make it 5. Right? Doesn't it kind of look like that?
I could see what you're saying. Oh, actually. I can see that. It's They wouldn't expect you to be able to do that. There's no way. No. There's no way. Absolutely no way. That's like way too low res.
There's like there's more annoying things than that in Spirit of Justice. You saved over it.
Where's the rewind button?
Just skip through the text.
Okay, fine.
I can't believe it, even though
A prosecutor.
we can't even. What the heck was the law? Can't believe I'm gonna get. I got.
Sorry.
I know you feel so trying to the country, but
What am I going to do? Should I retrieve for now? Formulate a better plan of attack.
Come on, everyone,
Kay.
can't keep up. What I think was yes, I have the raw
She's right.
in here.
Come on, riddle behind you. Right, bro, go check Pablo. I have something
Nice,
less than Albas. Can't believe I stole your lines in fast forward too.
Oh yeah, it did erase the passion flower data, so I guess they probably do that so you don't get confused and think it's the passion flower.
Pretty much.
Alright. You know, that won't help if you save over your save state again.
No, it will, because it saves your save, even if you save over a save state, because it's saved
Oh,
separately.
I guess you're right.
The only way that doesn't count is for the GBA, because the save states and the GBA are the same.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Especially with a game like Fire Emblem that auto-saves the second you get to anything in that game. I love GBA auto-saving. It's like the best. Specifically for Fire Emblem. Something unusual about this area. Yeah, he became the greatest victim of all. Not the people who fucking died, him.
Yeah, that's right.
Alright, that's everything I've examined.
Alright. So... what the fuck is it then? It kinda... Does it... Can you go through the evidence? I don't think it's his beard. I think it's the flower thing. They just have the wrong evidence point. Go look at the statues. Is there some motif on the statues or some shit?
Oh, he wasn't stabbed. Oh, no, you can't see it because of the flower.
Yeah, it's something to do with the flower itself.
Do I have any proof that could be more reasonable to demonstrate that it's a flower?
It does fucking look like that, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I guess we have something else that... And it's...
It's a samurai dog. Why do we still have this shit? I guess it was a present. No. No, it doesn't help.
Check out the counterfeit plate. No, it doesn't help.
It's a counterfeit plate used to make counterfeit Zengfa bills. It's incredibly detailed and even includes a phoenix taking off into the sky.
It includes a that man.
Plates is finely crafted with disease. It's no wonder fakes are so hard to spot.
Oh yeah, I guess it would be Zangfa, so it wouldn't really have the flower motif.
Yeah.
Oh, the videotape's probably something on the videotape.
Guess the flag, but like...
Oh, we don't get to fucking zoom in anymore.
No.
We can't enhance.
No enhance the footage.
The crossbow arrows? Is that shit at the end? Nope.
This is what I think it is, but it didn't work.
Maybe it's something in the photo of Manny Cochin's body.
Nope.
Okay. Oh, it's the... Wait, hold on. Can you... Yeah,
The
maybe
knife
it's something...
has the thing.
It could be the knife handle, yeah. Oh, yeah, okay. It has one missing. Yep, okay.
This is a striking flower ornament of the handle of the knife. Compared to the Babylese knife handle, so everyone gives Alabaster more presents. Well, how do we combine those two together? That might be a step further.
No, because it's also missing that piece in the picture. So you just present the knife.
Oh, you think it's the knife?
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense. That's clever, but also really, really specific.
You hit the key.
Did I?
You did the key.
Oh, darn. Which one? Oh, no, I didn't make a save state. I just reset. Okay.
I think I'll have to read the dialogue again.
That's fine. Who doesn't love reading some good old-fashioned dialogue?
This is what like the next Dawn of the New World session is gonna be like too.
Oh, it's not gonna be the next session. I'm gonna do it all on my own. Fuck that.
Yeah,
It'd be like 5 hours of this. No. Yeah. I want to watch a video while doing it.
Yeah, you know, Zuper was talking about how you grinded in that game, and just like, I'm glad that with Mother, despite how fucking often the walkthrough's like, you should take this opportunity to grind. Just fucking don't grind.
I want you to understand that in Dawn of the New World, you absolutely don't need to do anything we're doing. That you can play through the whole game entirely fine. It's a little more fun, in my opinion, because you can have fun with, like, the monsters. But if you just want to use the old characters, you can do it. Absolutely easy, and you will get through the game fine. There will be no difficulty for, well, a little bit of difficulty, but it won't be that
that's
hard.
the thing. That's the thing. But the Mother walkthroughs, they're like, if you don't grind here, you will have problems later. And then it's just like, all right, well, that's future Emily's
bullshit.
problem. And
That's
then
bullshit.
it's never a problem.
It's never a problem. Mother 2 in particular, never a problem.
Yeah, Mother 2 is not a problem. It wasn't even a problem in Mother 1. It's a fucking 1989 RPG. You would expect there to be a need to grind, but there just isn't. Anyways.
I noticed, like, I was looking at, like, some of the later episodes in some of yours, and I remember in Mother 0, you're like, yeah, this is bullshit. Don't grind, don't play the game like this. And that was, like, all he said in the description, like, I guess this game didn't have much of an impact other than fuck the guides. Okay. So I pressed the keys, you said?
You did the knife. You should, or you did the key. You should do the knife.
Oh, yeah. Bobble's national symbol is the butterfly, and Alabaster's symbol is the flower. It would appear that someone's employing the old hide a tree in the forest trick, as I almost spill my Mike and Ikes all over the floor, berry flavored.
Holy shit, Mike and Ike still exist?
Yes, and they're awesome.
Okay. What are you mumbling to yourself about? Mike and Ike's? Wait, what? The handle on this knife? Ah!
Yeah, it's supposed to be. It's the handle that was supposed to be on the blade that killed Mr. Cochin. The weapon that killed him was carried throughout the Theatrum Neutralis, and the very bouquet Ambassador Alba was carrying. Commemorative photo. The flower motif. It looks like one of the flower petals is missing.
Oh, and take a look at the weapon itself. It's missing the exact same petal.
Then the knife in this photo is most definitely the same as the murder weapon. Neat.
But yeah, the walkthroughs for Mother are helpful because it's nice to know, like, oh, I actually have to do this to like, progress in the story. It's just the advice about grinding is pointless.
Mother 3, it's mostly not necessary. The game does a pretty good job telling you where to go. Mother 2 can be a little confusing, but I got through for the most part. Mother 0 is kind of a nightmare.
Yeah, I needed help for that as well, for sure. I needed some help for Earthbound in Mother 3. Like at the Saturn village, like when the rocks fall in the way, it's like, all right, which specific Mr. Saturn do I talk to?
Yeah, but that's not hard. That's just going to all the Saturns. The guide will tell you faster, but...
But I didn't know if I had to do that in the first place. Alright, I guess we can keep looking around here. Yeah, I've been practicing just like putting my legs at a 90-degree angle for about a quarter of a second at a time.
Get those bicycle kicks up, Kay. Really work them glutes.
Well, fucking you do it.
These flowers are sent by Global Studios.
Global Studios?
Sure, they fill the Steel Samurai television show. They've been producing hit after hit recently, so the studio's being remodeled.
Oh, I read about that in the papers the other day. That mascot of theirs is also getting a facelift too, right? Oh, what's his name?
You mean Mrs. Monkey?
Yeah, I thought it was something like that. You really have a great memory.
Ha! Never underestimated my powers of recollection.
Is there anything left?
Say.
Is there anything left in the picture, or is it going to tell you that you've already seen what you need to see? Okay, okay.
Flowers are sent by a variety of people and businesses to celebrate the goodwill of the event. Even the Steel Samurai received some flowers from the ambassadors.
There's so many bouquets here, it's like a wedding ceremony.
I believe the flowers for those are for a slightly different reason.
What do you mean? This event was supposed to be like a wedding between Alabast and Bobble, right?
Actually, I believe they are more in a state of divorce.
Okay then, this event was supposed to be the remarriage ceremony.
I suppose you could call it that.
It might be a logic thing we have to do as well.
Yeah, probably. Ha. Edgeworth said climax.
Oh, we should make a joke where it sounds like Edgeworth climaxes. That would be funny if we did that.
Nah, that sounds a little forced.
Alright.
Probably the renovations. No. Not exactly a shining example of the perfect line of logic. Well, now that I'm super close to killing myself.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, just the two that they just gave us. I mean, they do that sometimes.
No. I can't see a clear connection between these two pieces of information. Okay, I'm dead.
Are you still here? Alright, I mean, try the last pair while we're at it.
I doubt it. Yep.
Yeah?
Yep.
Yep. Oh, well, you can also talk to her, but...
Yeah. It's mostly for hints. It doesn't actually help. I don't think that, no.
I want to try it while we're here. That takes like 2 seconds.
Why? Why? I don't... Why? We know that the counterfeit bills are printed using the embassy's press, but the necessary materials, such as the Bobbly's ink and paper, must have been hidden in a secure location. But what do you think would have happened if the renovations had begun?
Well, he probably had to find a better hiding place or get rid of it all.
Okay. Guess that makes sense. Right, so we can assume that the renovation was the cause of the payplate and Bill's disposal. And the reason Mr. Cochin was killed is the ringleader of the smuggling operation. Based on what we know, who do you think had the most won the game?
What, by Manny Cochin dying? I mean, Alba?
Yeah.
I don't think Cochin had a lot to gain from himself dying, gotta be honest.
It's the one person who has been erasing all evidence of the smuggling operation. From both embassies, the co-conspirator who is mopping up Ambassador Alba. Ambassador Alba had a very strong motive to kill Manny Cochin.
Okay.
The cause of Ambassador Alba's agitation, the rotten treasure we may find. And the motive for killing Mr. Cochin. Miss Yu said it herself that she didn't kill anyone tonight. If we were to take her words at face value, then the reason for the ambassador's nervousness can only be one thing. He didn't want us to discover the real circumstances under which Mr. Cochin was killed.
Then you mean Ambassador Alba's the real killer? But I thought the two of them were friends.
Maybe they were. But what if Mr. Cochin was the one who first betrayed their friendship?
Oh, I get it. Wasn't Mr. Cochin pushing really hard for Mr. Palladino to be ambassador after the reunification? Hi, Discord.
Hi, Discord. Yes, and that was the real reason why he wanted to steal Ambassador Alabast's Primadou statue.
So Mr. Cochin hired Damask too to go steal it for him. But when Ambassador Alba found out what he was up to, he killed Mr. Cochin?
It is definitely a possibility at this point.
Those two really were thinking of no one but themselves. But the question now is, how did he do it? Ambassador Alba was in Alabast, but Mr. Cochin's body was discovered in Bobble, right?
Right, and that is what we must solve next. I believe we now understand why Ambassador Alba was so nervous and agitated. It must have something to do with why and when Mr. Cochin was killed. A place where the Alabastian ambassador was likely to meet the Bobblese Mr. Cochin. Place where Ambassador Alba happened to commit the murder is...
Well, probably the theater, because, like, they couldn't really go between the embassies.
Yeah. The only place that makes sense is here at the Theatrum Neutralis.
What? Here?
The Goodwill event was being held here today, correct? So the only place that the both of them would have been is here. Also, we have not seen the scene of Edgeworth holding up the match yet. It's the only scene from the intro we haven't seen yet.
Oh. But if that's the case, then everything changes. This theater isn't actually Alabastian land.
Maybe we have seen that. Maybe that was him burning away the fake ink on the dress.
Oh, maybe. I think it was. So that wipes out one of those extraterritorial rights he has.
It makes logical sense, in which case there's a reason for us to investigate further.
So what should we check out?
Let's see. I believe we should check the immigration records for both Alabast and Bobble post-haste. Bobble's records should be the easiest to obtain, however, the problem will be Alabast. I wonder if they would allow us to see their records despite the order to vacate.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you, video game. I'm already one step ahead. I can't do the bravado, man. I'm already one step ahead of you, Miles Edgeworth.
Anytime Brianna enters the scene, I'm just gonna play fucking Galger Reaper.
Oh god.
Francisco.
The thing is this moment could be good if they didn't oversaturate us with this already. I have here the security footage from both Alabast and Bobble.
I just can't wait. Because I know the reason why you love 6 so much is probably going to end up being something like, oh, Von Karma appears in the final chapter or something. It's going to play this song, and back then you were like, fuck yeah! Now you're just like, man, that seems just getting worse and worse with every time they do it in this game.
You would do well to take a look at its contents.
Security footage. You move fast.
Von Karma strives to be perfect in every way. It's not in my nature to keep on retreating like this. I took the liberty of looking over the Bobble investigation reports as well. From now on, he will make no excuse to back down or say that we can't solve this case.
I'm sorry about earlier.
What the fuck? We won't be beaten. Because my cute little Excuse me. Because my cute little subordinate is going to try his very best, isn't he?
Hasn't she patronized me enough already for a lifetime? So the video contains footage from Alabast immigration screening area.
I really hope there's something in there we can use.
Like Ross's
laundry. No, the laundry!
Yeah, I'll go do the laundry. Unless this plays a video. It does. Damn, I have to wait.
Yep, there's Alba. Samurai. 5:23.
Sure. We'll find out soon.
Come back soon. Alright, well, I gotta entertain for like a few minutes. Shit. I guess I'll explain more about what's going on. I'm in a different room than normal because Allie and I have been going to bed earlier, but I'm gonna stay up, playing Ace Attorney. So I don't want to keep her up. So I'm on a laptop in another room. It's not the best, but it's not like she kicked me out. I volunteered. She's still hanging out with Zuper. Yeah, they're still in voice. I could go say hi. Yeah, I'm gonna go do that real quick.
Okay. I just realized I'm all out of ground beef. And several other things that I need to pick up. Set the thing for the laundry. Okay. 523, obviously. Why does it actually let me examine this? Doesn't something about this lump shape strike you as odd? I guess Emily's not back yet. That explains why she wasn't commenting on the ground beef. Darn. Oh well.
Hey.
Ah, hey.
I went to go say hi to Ellie and Zuper because they're playing right now. And I was doing that under the pretense of entertaining the recording. And then as I was talking to them, I realized,
That's not how that works.
How that works.
That's okay. You didn't miss anything. I moved the scene over and I selected to examine the best one, obviously.
It also... Oh, okay, here's the screen share.
Yeah.
Huh? Isn't it supposed to be this shape? What are we talking about?
Oh, the baby.
Nice U realms.
The baby, yeah.
The baby.
No, there's clearly something odd about the... Good night, everybody. If only we had the push card itself, we could compare and confirm my hunch.
That is like the same energy as the line in Apollo Justice where Phoenix is like, oh, I assure you, it's quite based.
Yeah.
Looks like they're fucking fighting, like they're about to fight Gygus on that screen. Like they're in the fucking place that time forgot.
Yeah, you know? Did you know that you can play the entirety of Earthbound with one hand?
I did not, but that makes sense because I used L equals A a lot.
Yeah, and you know why that is? So you can
Because...
have a pizza in your other hand.
Oh, hey, there you go.
Yeah, that was the whole reasoning for it, which I think is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's check some footage from the Bobble's security camera.
Hope it shows us something good.
Yeah.
Booey, there wasn't a single sign of a suspicious nook or person or anything.
That right there is the contradiction.
Huh? Did I miss something?
You didn't miss anything, because there was nothing to miss.
Can you just explain, asshole?
However, what is missing is the image of Mr. Cochin entering his own country.
Wasn't his body found in Bobble?
It would appear that the true face of our final puzzle has finally revealed itself.
I'm sorry, did Alba just ziplined his body across the fucking embassy. Please tell me that's what happened. Oh god.
Just fucking slides in the window and ragdolls.
That would make this such a good case if they do that. Just because it's. Oh.
I've seen Stranger.
Yeah, it's just really funny.
Oh, thank God. Yay.
Wait, what? We weren't checking.
Fuck up
All you
points.
checked was Larry Butts, right?
All I checked was the fucking baby. I must
guess that
have gotten stupid lucky.
Yeah. All right. Oh, hi.
Ambassador Alba.
I thought I had asked for you and your group to vacate the premises, Mr. Edgeworth.
Actually, I thought I should let you know that this theater sits on my country's soil.
You've had your fun, and I've enjoyed our little game. I dare say that you've even achieved a new high score.
Wink.
However,
Talk to the hand.
once you've recorded a score, that same game can never be replayed again. What the fuck am I talking? I'm senile. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Your game is done, and it's game over.
No.
Where do you think you're going at this time of night? After admitting to my crime, I was overcome with regret. So I am heading to the airport now to return home.
I'm afraid I can't let you do that. There are still too many issues we need to discuss with you.
You can't stop me, Mr. Edgeworth, and you know it.
As a matter of fact, our airport is on our soil, so how the fuck are you gonna leave? Actually, that's kind of a plot hole here. You're stuck, you're saving your embassy, but you can't get on your fucking airplane and go home. You have to step under our soil sometimes. All you have to do is surround the embassy and wait for you to fucking leave.
Well, they it's not like an official case yet. Oh, God.
Please, may I have a little bit of your time, Ambassador Alba?
Ambassador Paleno!
Even just a teensy tiny bit is fine with me. The already strained relationship between our countries is in a precarious position, you know.
Very well, if you insist. I will play just one more round with them and see what they want. Not that they'll get any farther.
Wink, wink. I love how that's flipped. And no matter how it's flipped, he can still finger his button.
Yeah, that's right.
Ambassador Paleno. Mr. Edgeworth. All I wish is for the normalization of relationships between our countries. But there's one person standing in the way of that dream. And that's you, Edgeworth. Now love me. What? I believe in you. You'll do what's right. Thank you for your vote of confidence.
Holy shit. How extra.
Yeah.
Now then, what was it you wanted to ask me about?
Does he flip his button to the appropriate side so he can... Yeah, he does. I know. It's just a flip sprite, but still.
Yeah,
it's really dumb.
I do have a flight to catch, after all. So I'm afraid I'm going to have to limit you to just one question.
That's more than enough, because I only have one question anyway. I want to hear your alibi about how you couldn't have killed Mr. Manny Cochin.
I see. You seem to have a good hand this time around. This should be fun.
This really is the very last chance we have to bring him down. I won't allow even a single atom-sized contradiction to slip by.
Frankly, I still don't understand why I'm being placed under suspicion here. Under your hypothetical scenario, Mr. Cochin and I were fellow smugglers. But to get to the point, I was in Alabasta the whole time. So it's simply not possible for me to have killed him in Bobble. That is my alibi.
So that's your alibi, huh?
That is correct. It's simply not possible for me to have committed a crime in Bobble. Now that we cleared that up, I'd appreciate it if you would move out of my way.
I said hold it.
What is it this time? I thought I told you I'd only allow one question.
You did. But you still have yet to really answer my one question.
What?
Until you tell us the truth, I refuse to budge an inch from where I'm standing.
Very well, I'll play with you just a little longer. Miles Edgeworth, as my subordinate and representative of this country's prosecutors, you are forbidden to lose!
Of course. That is something I've understood from the start.
That guy's the one who ordered my father killed, isn't he?
Yes, I believe so.
The goal of the first Yatagarasu was the capture of the smuggling ring's leader. My father and Uncle Bad. Their legacy will live on. Through me. Also, Bad's not dead. So that's why we've just gotta catch him, okay?
Oh, legacies can extend from people who are still alive. We will, I promise. Now, Ambassador Alba, let's have at the truth now, shall we?
No matter how many times you ask, my answer remains the same. See, this badge is positioned perfectly atop my nipple.
Fondles. Alright, well, load state. Throwaway line. Throwaway line. This is the line that doesn't make sense. That
Yeah,
might be
because you can.
something to present.
Yeah, I think. Because I think he was in the footage.
Yeah. He was in Alabast, but the footage shows that he was in Alabast, so.
Well, the footage shows that he walked into the theater, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. This piece of evidence revealed the whole
Alright.
sad tale to us.
I have no interest in listening to such a story. The only story I'm interested in is the glorious one of my shining life. Shall I write you into one of its pages?
This is like, who was that Commodore who was in Game 5, Trial 5, or 6 or whatever? The guy on the scooter.
The guy on the scooter. Do you mean like the...
Cosmos,
Wait.
I think his name was.
Oh, that guy. Yeah. I thought you were, like, very incorrect about a certain, Spirited Justice character, and I almost spoiled the plot point.
No.
Yeah.
Kind of like
it an
him, but an
honor.
asshole. It's quite alright.
Yeah, that's right.
Hmm.
I don't know, press it.
And what exactly did you do while you were in Alabast?
I had a meeting with the Steel Samurai, and then I arranged a few files. Around that time, that thief who was sneaking in took me by surprise. Are you saying that it was Damask 2 that made the first move? Yes, and it was after I attacked that I hit him on the head with the primitive statue. Unfortunately, he died from the blow, but it was an act of justified self-defense.
Calling it that doesn't cover up what you really did.
Cover up? No, my boy. I'm not covering up anything. I'm telling the truth. You weren't planning to admit to it, which is why you tried to frame the Steel Samurai. If you weren't an ambassador, I'd be letting my whip fly loose on you right now. I'm terribly sorry that I didn't clean up the body afterward. Better. I'm a busy man. I had a speech to give in the Rose Garden after that, you know.
Yet despite that, you still had time to kill Mr. Cochin, didn't you? Oh, that voice.
Man is evil, and I'm sure you are familiar with the facts, but... Mr. Cochin was killed in Bobble while I was still all the way in Alabama.
I still think the best objection is Laugh Girl. Objection.
Wait, who?
The girl from this game, she goes, objection.
She does? Oh, gosh.
Yeah, she kind of says, objection.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I think my favorite objection is in Spirit of Justice Future. So.
That's cool. I like Mr. Payne. Payne has a good one.
Yeah, Pain. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe present the tape to the last thing.
You insist that it's not possible for you to have killed Mr. Cochin and Bobble. And you are correct.
Oh, I thought you would put up a bit more of a fight, but if you must concede to me.
The only thing I'm not conceding is that it's not possible for you to kill him for Oh my god, Edgeworth, this line. The only thing I am conceding is that it's not possible for you to have killed him in Bobble. I am not conceding your alibi is the truth.
Oh, I see. However, no matter how you try, you cannot crush my alibi.
It would be wise not to underestimate a prosecutor of this country.
We'll see about that.
So Mr. Cochin was a friend of the Ambassador Alba.
If that's true, then why did the ambassador kill him? It's not like in the case of my father, where he ordered someone to do it. The problem we have here is we don't know what their exact relationship was.
Indeed. If they had complete trust in each other, there would be no murder for motor. Murder for motor.
Alright.
However, both men were very selfish. I believe that is where his motive arose. His murder arose.
His murder for motor.
Dude, I have a murder for motor. Mater from Cars. Like, Mater's my favorite character. Cars 2 was the best conceptual franchise sequel ever made.
Is he your favorite character because he has toe in his name?
No, it's Mater, not Toe. Oh, wait, no.
Toe Mater.
Is his name Toe Mater?
His name is Toe Mater, yeah.
Oh, because he's a tow truck, huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
I do like tow trucks. They're kind of cool. Press everything, I guess. It's not a hypothesis. Earlier we proved it to be what happened.
Well, let's leave that to one side for now. Because it doesn't change the fact that I have no motive.
Oh, so you really had no reason to kill Mr. Cochin?
If you want to suppose I had one, then why not? I'll indulge you. After all, this is nothing more than a silly game to me. I have not stressed this enough.
Even if that's how you see things, I'd appreciate if you would take it more seriously.
I'm sorry, I suppose you are in a bit of a pickle. Very well, a game is no fun if the playing field isn't level. Therefore, I formally claim that I had no motive to kill. Now, let's see who does prove it.
That's what I needed, sir. How can he stand there looking proud when he knows he killed another human being? I'm not going to stand by and watch him get away with his crimes. I like how it looks like Edgeworth is evil here, because he has, like, black mist coming out of his head, but it's just the background.
Yeah.
Well, you had the motive.
I don't think that's the motive.
It was mentioned during this scene. Oh, right. The renovations. That nonsense.
Oh, right. So is that... Where does it say that?
Do you have a picture of the renovations?
This is... The bulge is unnatural.
What a great phrase for that.
Okay. Does it say it in the counterfeit plate? I guess it wouldn't really say renovations. Does it say it in the embassy guide that there were renovations?
No.
Okay. Maybe in the fire it talks about it because it was like related because that's like when the evidence got burned. Particularly. I mean, maybe you could say it's the bills because...
I'd rather have a way of saying, and I think there is, we're just blinding it. Actually, I guess this would work. Because it was found within...
maybe it might work. I can't think of a better option, but...
That's what I'm gonna go with. If we just had the good old-fashioned renovation as a present, then that would work amazingly. But this works too. No, it doesn't work, actually. Ross's evidence will reveal the whole sad tale to us.
This feels like one of those where you know what it wants you to say, but like you just don't know how to say it.
Yeah.
Because there's not really proof of the renovations, right? Unless it's in like...
Wait.
Yeah, that's from the knife, but that's not
No.
evidence right now.
I thought it would say something about the renovations.
Oh.
I'm really desperate for renovation talk.
Yeah. It's not the notes on his body.
Are you serious that just because you were partners, you had no motive to kill?
I'm only following your hypothetical scenario to its logical conclusion. Looks like he's not going to admit it himself that he was in leagues with Mr. Cochin.
I suppose not. But I do know his relation to the smuggling ring and to Mr. Cochin.
You mean he's the ringleader and that Mr. Cochin was a subordinate, right?
Correct. But I know more than that. Miss Von Karma, I'm sure you remember the safe in Mr. Cochin's office.
Yes, the safe had 2 compartments to it, didn't it?
Yes, and why don't you think that the stolen goods were being stolen in Mr. Cochin's office? Could it be because he was trying to cheat Ambassador Alba behind his back?
So Mr. Cochin didn't turn the goods over, but decided instead to keep them for himself. I suppose that's possible.
It seems to me that both men were only concerned with their own wealth and well-being.
Then that means that maybe they didn't have a trusting relationship after all.
When Ambassador Alba had to gain, I believe that is his motive for killing Mr. Cochin.
What are you people whispering about among yourselves over there?
I'm sorry to have kept you waiting. No, let's continue with your testimony.
So I get maybe you do just say the money. It's just about the money.
No.
No. Well.
All right, new theory. Press absolutely everything we can, just see if something else happens, but I doubt it.
It's gotta be an evidence point, I think, but it doesn't hurt to press everything.
Sure. What are you mumbling about? Nothing. Just a silly little idea hit me. Being the leader of the smuggling ring while taking on the Dused ambassador, don't you think that combination is more than enough reason for suspicion that the matter of the crossbow arrows and the prima Deuce statues?
All of that is nothing more than your flights of fancy.
What do you mean by that? Okay. That's everything. God damn it. Why would you press the longest one in the game?
Paper document?
Can't read them.
Yeah, but the fact that it was in the safe... Maybe... Oh, I'm kind of running on out of options here.
Sure. No.
The fuck?
Well, I thought he always says it will reveal this sad tale to us.
The
It's
mask
the dog.
2's... No, it's not the note. Yes, the talks.
The notes is just about stealing the statue.
Right. Yeah, okay, no, that's not wrong, because it's stealing Bobble's statue, I think.
Actually, maybe stealing the statue wasn't intentional, and like, for Alba, but I doubt that.
Maybe he wanted Damask 2 to steal the statue because him and Alba don't trust each other, so he wanted to have the statue as insurance.
Maybe. Okay. I like that. Good theory.
Thanks.
If you want to know, I believe you did have a motive to kill. It's because Mr. Cochin had betrayed you. But you had your own reason too. Namely, you wanted to pin the smuggling on him. Evil begets evil, and because you were trying to test each other out, they turned into a mess.
I don't believe this. You have a bad penchant for telling tall tales, Mr. Prosecutor. And if you're not, then I suppose you have some proof to support your argument.
I never use guesswork in moving my cases forward. It has been proven this note was written by Mr. Cochin's hand. Shall we take a look at it? The contents of the note is a request calling for the theft of the Alabaster Prima statue. By killing him and pushing all the guilt from the smuggling onto him, you walk away spotless. I believe you understand what I'm driving at. You had more than a few reasons to kill him.
Are you finished with your hypothesizing?
Excuse me.
Let's suppose I did have a motive. Even so, a motive or thought alone can't kill. Isn't that right?
I didn't expect him to resort to playing the semantics game with me. It appears that this is where the real battle will begin.
Now then, if you'll excuse me.
Wait!
I told you at the very beginning, didn't I? You only get one question.
Ambassador Alva, if you could please just give us a little bit more of your time. Stop massaging my chin, Paleno. It doesn't matter what kind of man he was. He was my subordinate. Which is why I would like for us to figure out the real cause of his death.
That is something for Bobble to figure out, and something to which I have no relation to.
Yeah, this is Alba's theme, I think. So. Now he's even turning down a request from Ambassador Paleno. I'm very sorry, but it seems that now even my own voice falls on deaf ears.
There is no need for you to apologize, Ambassador Paleno.
Yeah. We must find some way to stop him before leaving. Or stop him from leaving.
It seems there are no further objections. In that case, please allow me to return home. I know that's just how they do exits in this game, but it really... it's like, let me leave.
Black. Holds up the peace sign, warps out.
Yeah, basically. Hold it right there, Ambassador Alba.
Okay.
Like I said, Mr. Edgeworth, the Atagarasu's legacy will live on through me.
Bye-bye, Bree. Bye-bye, ladies. Holds up peace sign, doesn't warp away. Goes out and closes the door with a little bit of force.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, but how do you suggest we stop him from leaving?
You just leave that to me. Ambassador Alba, do you recognize this? No, and why should I recognize that tattered old organizer?
Wait, where have I seen that before?
That is a clue my father, Bern Faraday, left for us.
Did you say
Bern Faraday?
Sorry.
Mr. Faraday's organizer? Don't tell me this is the one from the second KG-8 incident.
The one in which he wrote about the Atagarasu's key.
Yes, this organizer belonged to the prosecutor you had missing you kill 7 years ago. I have no idea what you were talking about. You say that like it was related to me. Inside this organizer, he wrote up every detail of every evil thing you did. What an amusing little girl you are, but that sort of trickery won't work on me. If you don't believe me, then let's take a look at this. And what is that toy there? That's... This thievery device was used by the Yatagarasu, or rather, by my father. 7 years ago, he used this when he snuck into this embassy. What? These two pieces of evidence that hold information the Yatagarasu dug up on you. If you go home now, I won't hesitate to send it all to Alabast, right behind you. Little girl, get to the point. I want you to go up against Mr. Edgeworth one more time. If you win, then I'll hand over these two pieces of evidence. Yatagarasu, that was a thorn in my side.
I could send the evidence over to the police and thus start a thorough investigation that would get you arrested for sure, or we could arbitrarily play a game that has the chance for you succeeding. Why? Okay, does that organizer really contain any information on his dirty dealings?
Drama. It's nothing case-breaking, really.
Ah, then it was just a bluff. Ah, okay.
Even if it was, we still can't let all the info my father and Uncle Bad found go to waste. Plus, just the existence of Little Thief is troublesome enough for him. Those two pieces, aren't they keepsakes of your father? It's okay, I believe in Mr. Edgeworth. He'll come out on top in the end.
Okay.
When the going gets tough, someone's gotta be there to put the wind back in your sails. After all this time, you're still quite the feisty one. I applaud your powerful nature.
Powerful. whips her. Ow, why?
Not so powerful now, huh? I refuse to lose this, too. Ambassador Alba, you won't be returning home until you give us further testimony.
I wish Von Karma would come up to me and be like, yeah, you're not returning home. Like, okay.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh, well, alright, can I at least send a message? I'm barring a person like me.
Ambassador Alba, your testimony, if you please.
Never.
You get one 30-second phone call.
But this is the absolute last. Hey, yeah, Allie, can you Google Francisco Von Karma? Okay. Yeah, so now that you've seen her, let me explain. Then even if you use all the power of Ambassador Palladino's office, you won't stop me.
Can't let this opportunity case created for me go to waste. Alba's alibi. What a dumb... Alba's alibi. Last time I met with Mr.
Cochin was here at the Theatrum Neutralis. After that, I was in Alabas the rest of the time, as I stated earlier. In any case, I did not see Mr. Cochin again after that. So you see, there was no time span in which I could have killed him. Wouldn't you agree? Now, since you people were practically begging, I'll allow you to question me. What an arrogant old man.
Yes, but no matter. We can't allow this chance to escape us.
I will warn you, though, you've reached the end of my patience. Waste my time with any inane questions, you will be punished.
Wow,
No,
they
safe
actually
state
increased
here.
it. Whoa. They doubled it. They've been really nice with the
Oh.
punishments. So any needless pressing or presenting will cost more to our case.
Ooh, are they gonna punish pressing? They haven't done that in a long time.
No, they have not.
In that case, the only thing you can do is to present the correct evidence. Understood?
Of course. I don't mean to let them intimidate me. I know Mr. Cochin was killed before he returned to Bobble, in which case there's only one statement to which I need to present the evidence.
You know, rebuttal is an anagram of a real butt.
Nice.
Nice.
I bet Alba has a real butt.
You think he's like stacked?
He's not fake butt. Let's say that much.
Do you think he's like Germa in the Thanksgiving video?
I don't know if he's quite that powerful. But his level is pretty high.
Okay.
He might be Nappa levels.
So you just present the videotape, I guess.
Okay. Is there a time span?
Well, yeah, because he could have killed him while they were in the theater.
Ah, okay. Fair enough.
I'm gonna be right back. I gotta blow my nose, and I don't have tissues in here.
That didn't work. That statement just now stands in
What's
clear
it?
contradiction to this evidence. No, it doesn't. But that's impossible. Prosecutors of this country. Are you all prone to pointing out non-existent contradictions? How frightening it is to think that it might be true. Can't let him drag me down with insults. Alright, time for me to brain this by myself. Amazing. Diplomats really know how to craft answers that don't answer anything. So if the only place he met the victim was at the theater, then when was he killed? Now that Mr. Cochin didn't return to Bobble alive, which means that the only time he could have been killed is when they were both here. And that means he was planning to kill Mr. Cochin from the start. What about during the show? If I could present that somehow he did it during the show, that would work. So maybe the spear is useful presenting that he did it during the show?
I am back.
Okay.
The footage didn't work. Did anything else not work?
No. Well, I haven't tried anything else yet.
Okay.
I was wondering if, considering that he's like, yeah, there was no time to do it, but he didn't really exist during the Samurai show. So if he did it during the Samurai show...
Oh, maybe, yeah.
So I'm thinking that maybe the spear is actually the present here. Because it's like, oh yeah, the show.
It might be. You also might just have to press it.
Maybe. Your alibi is that there was no time span in which you could have killed Mr. Cochin.
Yes, because I was in the theater watching the stage show. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, do you remember seeing him sitting in the audience?
I'm sorry, but I don't remember anything outside of what was going on stage.
You shouldn't have been so focused on the show and paid attention to your surroundings.
Mr. Edgeworth, it is a fact that Ambassador Alba came here to the theater. But I guess you didn't know that because you didn't see him at the Steel Samurai show. Well, I do recall that he and you had a photo shoot with the Steel Samurai.
It looks like you are finally beginning to understand. Now then, will that be all?
No, wait. I'm not finished yet.
You're not very good at listening, are you? I told you I don't have the time to listen to a bunch of useless questions.
Time remaining for me to find the truth has just been blown away.
Alright, it really isn't the security footage.
No. Because all the security footage shows is him arriving at the concert. That was like the very first thing that was said.
But it also shows that he didn't leave. Like,
okay, but it was 3 minutes long.
I guess so.
First minute, second minute is when he enters, third minute is when that guy enters. That's it. This is the other place. This is entering the theater. This is somewhere else. And there's nothing here.
Huh.
So instead... This is crap we already read. I think it's the spear because it proves that he could have done it during the show. That's my best guess. But I guess, like, we can't prove that he wasn't there during the show because Edgeworth wasn't paying attention. Time of death? No. The body wasn't badly burned by the fire. That proves that he was basically grappled in.
Yeah. I gotta think on this one more.
Superposting Popeyes? That's not Popeyes. Where did Superpost Popeyes at? What? Super talking about Popeyes, but I can't see it? What is this fuckness? Oh, here it is. Okay. It's just how they choose the restaurant location. Darn. I'm craving Popeyes now. I've recently grown on their chicken sandwich.
I don't think I've had Popeye's chicken.
It's pretty good. It's better than KFC. It's nothing amazing. It's not anything to write home about. It's tasty.
The thing is that there's a like the best fast food chicken I can get, to my knowledge. Obviously, I haven't tried Popeyes. Is a place that I can't recommend to you because it's not in your in your state.
Yeah, that's the
So
thing. You live mid-south or like Midwest,
you
a little bit
Midwest,
more.
yeah.
Yeah, you got a little bit more choice over there for your chicken. East Coast, you have less choice. Do you have a Church's chicken, or is that us?
No.
Good. Okay. Or maybe that's super West Coast. I don't remember. All these are tripping me up. None of these prove time. Oh, wait a minute. What about the fire?
I was thinking that, but it didn't like click with me.
After the Jam Ninja show.
The fire occurred on the 4th and 5th. It took until the...
No. Alright, say the word. Say the line, Bart. No.
No, I don't like that.
Yay!
I fucking just don't know. I don't know if this is going to be one that's obvious in retrospect or just not.
What about this? The last time we met with Mr. Cochin was here at the Theatrum Neutralis. But he never came to the theater.
Oh.
Because he never came. He never showed up.
Oh.
Edgeworth, you fucking suck.
Well, maybe it's the unusual bulge. Was he in Alabast the rest of the time? Oh no, because he didn't go back into Alabast.
Is that what it's saying? Because that's Alabast?
Yeah, he didn't go back into Alabast.
Oh, this is Bobble. This is Alabast.
And that's Alabast. Yeah.
Okay. No.
Alright, never mind.
I could have sworn that it was Alabast first and then Bobble. As the colors and everything, so.
But still, he didn't show him going back. They made a point to say that.
Yeah.
Well.
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 Come on, grow. Crunch, munch, munch, crunch.
What about the photo with the Steel Samurai and Palino? Does that prove anything?
Oh, wait a minute. Doesn't that prove that he had a... Wait a minute.
Well, the knife doesn't prove anything right now, but it could be something else about the photo.
The fact that there's a knife? But that doesn't...
No. Like, the fact that the photo was taken? Maybe, maybe not.
I guess Mr. Cochin wasn't a part of the photo, which is a little weird, but I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, because it's just the ambassadors. If anything, that proves he actually was at the fucking theater.
But not Cochin.
Yeah. But Cochin has to have been, because he, like, well, that's what we need to prove.
Huh. Air fryer.
Air
This whole series of evidence is just like the same thing repeated over. Papers, knives, and gold. Well, there's my laundry again.
What the fuck is the solution here?
Wait a minute. No.
Samurai dogs. We're really.
I was just wondering if there was a. I was wondering if there was an embassy party afterward.
Gotcha.
There was all this nonsense. Didn't he have to do all this with Cochin? I guess he didn't have to see him.
Yeah. Pushes it. Wait, do you think he just hid inside the fucking push cart? And fucking Larry Butts didn't notice?
Well, I'm wondering if he put his dead body in there and had him wheel it around.
Oh, God.
I mean, why would he be hiding in the cart?
So that his alibi still exists? Because the Steel Samurai went into Bobble. So that could be how he could have an alibi for... But if he ziplined the body across, he didn't really need to be in Bobble. Also, the pushcart doesn't prove anything. It could be, but we don't have evidence that he was actually in it. Oh, the guitar pick? Because, no, we found that in Alabasta, though, right? Or did we? Or was that in Bobble?
I think that was in Bobble.
Can you, check what the evidence says on the guitar pick?
It says it was found during, like, the renovation, yeah. The open air stage.
Where's the open air stage?
Bobble.
Is that in Alabasta? Oh, it's in Bobble. Okay, well then that proves it. Because if it got dropped there, you tie it to the photo and... Fuck. Maybe it's the photo, and then he's like, how does that prove it? And then you present the pic.
Which one?
That one.
This one?
Yeah.
There's no time where.
Oh wait, no, sorry. When he's in he's talking about Alabasta.
Because this was taken at the theater.
But what I'm saying, it's the same idea as the guitar pick, but you have to present this first, maybe?
No.
Nope. Alright,
Does it now? Not that it really matters to me either way. But are you really sure my statement contradicts that piece of evidence?
I love the first frame of Edward's shock animation.
I guess this piece of evidence wasn't reflected in the statement after all.
Miles Edgeworth? You can't chase him down with that kind of evidence.
Yes, I know. I must think calmly and rationally about this. Because it's not impossible to take this man down. I just wanted to try it.
I think I'm at the point where I want to see the walkthrough, but not tell you the answer right away.
Sure, why not?
So that we actually beat the game tonight. Because there have been times where I check the walkthrough and I'm like, no, that's reasonable. And then knowing that it's reasonable, you figure it out. Let's see. Turnabout ablaze. We're in end 2. Can you go through all of the dialogue again?
Last time I met with Mr. Cochin was here at the Theatrum Neutralis. Control F that.
No, I saw the walkthrough. I want to look through the text again so I can judge the the thing with full context.
Okay.
It it feels kind of like a well, okay. I understand. It definitely feels like a Justice for All thing where we guessed something and then it's like, no, you had to do this very similar thing. But it is technically a different point.
Okay. So maybe instead of the Damas note, there's something else.
It's something we already presented.
Hmm.
The thing is that we did the wrong statement because we had the wrong conclusion about that item. No. Let me know if you'd like me to say it, otherwise,
You could give me a hint on which statement it is.
It is statements 1 or 4 work.
Okay. Well, that is last time I met Ewan was here. So there's no time spent at which I could have killed him. Okay. No.
Did we even? Oh, you might have presented that while I was AFK.
It's something we've already presented before.
Mm-hmm.
I really like my fire idea, but that didn't work.
Yeah, the fire just doesn't have enough information on it for it to be helpful here.
I don't know, Emily.
I mean, I do begrudgingly admit it makes sense. Like, I'm not upset at the game. I understand why we missed it, but I don't think it's a bad handling of it.
We never presented that. I presented everything we've already presented, I think. I guess, like... No. No? We never presented this. Why? Okay.
No, it makes sense. It makes sense.
I'd like you to take a look at this picture.
It's a rather nice picture, isn't it? Which commemorates the restoration of relations between our nations.
Oh, it's commemorative, alright. One that captures the proof I needed to show you who committed the murder.
Come again?
This is an night to kill Mr. Cochin. I see you recognize it as well as you should, for it was you who brought it to the theater. Then why wouldn't the knife work? That's stupid.
Did we try the knife?
I tried the knife. It didn't work. Dumb.
Well, I guess the knife doesn't prove it. The photo proves it. Right? The knife doesn't prove it.
Okay, well then you could be like the knife, and it was shown here in the photo. It should be
yeah,
both.
I mean, yeah, that's fair. It's kind of like the Justice for All thing then. I didn't
mean that you killed Manny Cochin here at the theater.
It's time for me to catch my flight.
We're not through yet.
It's game over for you, Mr.
How many
Edgeworth.
endings are we
But I
gonna have?
thank you for the entertainment. No matter how passionately you orate, the end result will still be the same. I won't be returning to this country ever again.
Huh. I have something to say about that. Dun dun, like, great revival plays. Francisco walks in with a rocket launcher. I just blew up your private jet.
I just nuked your country.
All of your people are dead, Ambassador. Now let's talk about your crimes. Let's talk about yours, Jesus Christ. That's right. This man is an ambassador and he has extraterritorial rights. No matter how hard we chase him, we won't be able to have him tried in court.
Yes, that's exactly the face you should be making. The face of a worthless cur.
No, stop. No!
Now then, ladies and gentlemen, I must bid you farewell.
The courts. Is there no one who could lay a finger on this man? Is this really the end?
It really is it's the actual Great Revival.
Yeah. Agent Lang.
But instead it's just his normal theme.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mr. Prosecutor. Jesus
Shit,
Christ.
dude. Get out of my way, my plane is scheduled to take off soon.
Sorry, but you're not going anywhere, Mr. Alba.
I'm through playing games with you people. You can't touch me. If you do, it would spark an international incident, Agent Lang.
Sorry, but no, it wouldn't.
What?
Hey, Mr. Prosecutor. Good job holding the fort down here until I got back. So, Mr. Alba, your diplomatic immunity has just been revoked.
What do you mean, revoked? Spare me this nonsense and let me through.
Langzy says, before aiming for the throat, chew the neck shield off. The neck shield?
Yes, you know, the neck shield. What's confusing, Ross? What's confusing about the neck shield?
That is such a Toby Fox line. Sorry,
Yeah,
Chris, you have to chew through my neck shield first.
But it's actually just an ironic line. Chew the neck shield.
I mean, everything's ironic with Lang because he's a fucking idiot. Interpol
Sure.
headquarters in the Imperial household of the Kingdom of Alabast. Took a while to get things rolling, but they finally moved on it.
The Imperial household? You! What have you done?
Bitch,
That's...
you've been relieved of your duties as ambassador, Mr.
I almost
Alba.
read your line with Alba's voice.
That would have been nice.
Or...
What?
What?
Effective today, effective right now. And you have Mr. Prosecutor's videotape to thank for this.
The video the Yatagarasu protected.
You can't be arrested simply because you're an ambassador. In that case, I thought I'd strip you of that title. You underestimate me, a descendant of the founder of the entertainment philosophy, Langzy. He's like, oh, sorry, you can't be... He's just fucking fired him! Jesus Christ! 4,000 years of deeply entrenched connections and networks around the world have really paid off.
It can't be. I don't believe this. My ambassadorship has been revoked.
This has super end of Tangled ending, where it's just like the hair gets cut and she's like, no! Just crumbles to dust. Yeah, it looks like you're finally coming to grips with your new standing.
Woohoo! Looks like he's turned docile again.
He's probably in shock from the loss of his shield.
Or neck shield, if you will. What a shame. I had so wanted to use my whip on him. Why is this happening to me? I'm just a hard-working, honest ambassador.
Do you really think you can still pull that on us now? We've already ripped away the mask and seen you for who you really are, Mr. Alba.
That's kind of, not safe as a pandemic. I mean... Whoa. More. No, I won't be stopped now.
He still intends to fight us.
So what if I'm no longer an ambassador? If you still don't have any evidence on me, the fact remains that you cannot arrest me.
I'd expect no less from you, the boss of the smuggling ring. Well, the rest is up to you, Mr. Prosecutor. What? Just arrest him. Understood. Police mistakenly arrest people all the fucking time, and there's no repercussions to them. Who cares? Just arrest this asshole. You say that I killed Mr. Coach in the theater.
But even if it's true, yeah, well, it's okay. I was talking to Allie. Even if it's true that there was a knife in my bouquet, I left that bouquet in the theater. So anyone could have taken it out from there and used it, right? Besides, the claim that he was killed here itself is odd.
For a second, I thought he said the killed himself here is oof.
Very oof. After all, wasn't his body discovered in Bobble? Are you claiming that I carried his body all the way over there? Preposterous.
I'll be the one to prove whether it's preposterous or not.
Grr.
Ex-Ambassador Alba, are you ready? Because this is no game. This is war.
I killed Mr. Coach. Oh, a confession! In the theater, using the knife I stuck in my bouquet. I left that bouquet at the theater. Anyone could have taken the knife from there. Besides, Mr. Coach. Yeah, I can do that. There's no way for me to have transported his body from the theater to Bobble.
Oh,
I will be right back.
Oh,
good timing.
Now no one's going to be entertained.
Yeah. No one seems happy with this.
Okay. Look, don't you think you've had enough fun with me? You've already stolen my ambassadorship from me. Would you have me surrender too? You have no plans to ever return to this country, isn't that right? Did you know that a bunch of your subordinates are seeking asylum because of you? As if I care. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, boot this guy out of the embassy and we can finally end everything. I know, and I'll give it my all to see that he leaves in handcuffs. Without the title of ambassador, he's just another witness. Yes, just another witness. Alright, what are we waiting for? Let's get this guy. And get him good. Wonder if they understand that all I can do is present evidence to the testimony. That's right. As I explained earlier, the commemorative photo shows that you had the knife in your personage. You have no proof that the bouquet was prepared by me, isn't that right? Excuse me? The fact that there was a knife in the bouquet was something I wasn't aware of. What a pathetic excuse. The weapon that was used is one of your national treasures. It isn't exactly something that anyone other than you could touch, let alone take. I allowed some of my trusted subordinates to handle them. It could have been my secretary. You're an even bigger slimeball than I thought. You would push the guilt of Mr. Cochran's murder onto one of your subordinates? In any case, the fact that the knife was in the bouquet means nothing.
Anything happen while I've gone? I didn't know you'd actually be going for it.
I didn't actually go that far. All I did was go through the rest of the dialogue, which is basically just, nice in theater, you've already read all these, and all the party was just like, yeah, we're gonna get you.
Yeah. So it's the guitar pick being found outside the theater.
Yeah. I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, I think you press that one with, or not press, you present with the pick on second line. Because clearly he didn't if the pick... Oh, actually no, because that was gone when
that was gone when the picture was taken. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, maybe maybe you say like on the next line you present either the zipline theory or the unnatural bulge theory.
Let's go with the unnatural bulge theory.
It's a bit more likely.
We're not getting points docked for pressing anymore, by the way. Is that so? Could have easily blackmailed your subordinates to be quiet and then move the body.
That's quite an insult to me and my subordinates, and I'm afraid we can't help that. It's very difficult to enter my embassy, as the guards always conduct a thorough check. If someone so much as makes an unnatural movement, it would arouse their suspicions. Come to think of it, there wasn't anything unnatural about him in the footage.
Yeah. Wait. Let me think about that for a second. Mr. Alba said that the guard would become suspicious if anyone acted unnaturally. But then by the same token, the guard would not become suspicious if someone were to act naturally.
Genius.
If we were to chase Mr. Alba's movements, we should find some hint to solve in this case.
Well, right after the Steel Samurai stage show, he went back to Alabast, right?
But there he started preparing for his speech in the Alabastian embassy.
It does sound like it wasn't possible for him to have gone to the Bobbly embassy.
He couldn't have gone to Bobble, but the body didn't remain at the theater either. Is it possible that the body was temporarily taken to a different location first? Mm-hmm.
Maybe it is the zipline then. But try the pushcart. Okay. It might be both, honestly.
It might be. Actually, I do believe there was a way to transport the body out of the theater. Perhaps you should give this a look.
What is that supposed to be?
It's footage from a security camera that captured the state of the immigration area.
Should I congratulate you on getting your hands on it? Just letting you know that we're not the only ones watching your every movement.
I guarantee you, literally anyone who's ever played this game did not immediately hone in on the fucking pushcart. I did it purely as a meme, but it was the way to go, which is hilarious. I fucking speed ran right to the point I was supposed to look at.
Thank you for the warning.
Now, if you could take a good look at this section here, there's probably like 15 separate press dialogues I missed because I did that.
Yeah, it's fine.
This lump here inside the pushcart. Do you know what's causing it?
Should I? Because I don't.
Lump, bulge. It looks unnatural and weird.
It's an unnatural bulge, yeah.
I think you would know a lot about unnatural bulges, Mr. Alba! Listen, just because I'm old doesn't mean you have to make lines like that.
I didn't realize you were doing the Edgeworth voice, and I thought you were just talking to me, and I'm like, why the fuck would I?
No. Alright, Chris, allow me to enlighten you.
Like, I don't know whether to be offended or feel compliment. Yeah, Manny Cochin's body.
Yeah.
What is the meaning of showing me that?
It's to say that the unnatural bulge in the pushcart is Mr. Cochin's body. You had the Steel Samurai wheel his body away from the real crime scene.
What a guess. But I wonder if you have any evidence to support it.
I mean, that for now, it is but a hypothesis. However...
If you can't prove it, then I'm afraid I must be on my way. I don't have any more time to play with you people. Just the a million fucking like... No, I'm here! I'm saving the day! Sorry it took so long, Mr. Edgeworth, sir.
I can just imagine Phoenix will come out of nowhere and be like, I'm that guy.
Oh,
he does absolutely nothing.
Yeah. Alba's just still got his hand out. Gummy.
No, wait, please stop. Detective Gumshoe, is that the Steel Samurai's pushcart?
Yes, sir. I found it in the open-air stage area.
So
rendered
that's where you went.
in 2 dimensions for some reason. The detective spirit that Pops left me with. I thought I'd follow my gut and go with it, sir. So, Mr. Edgeworth, is this worth anything to the case?
Yes, it just might play a major role in solving this case, Detective. But something isn't right. I thought the entire Steel Samurai family was in Alabast. Where exactly in the open-air stage did you find this pushcart?
I found it just lying there at the edge of the stage, sir.
Oh, well, let's leave that for now and examine the inside, Detective. I think at some point the cart was transferred. Because that's why the dogs are still a thing. I think that she was pushing him for a while.
Also, that's why Larry lost the Iron Infant.
Yeah. God, this is so stupid.
Well, what's stupid about Steel Samurai Daddy losing the Iron Infant in the murder case and the Samurai dogs might prove that? What's stupid about that?
Nothing at all. Carry on.
Okay.
You think this might be interesting, sir? I don't know, Gumshoe, did you have, a vicious nosebleed in the cart?
It's blood. I just didn't look at this at all.
It's supposed to be Mr. Cochin's blood, which only goes to prove that Mr. Cochin's body was indeed transported by this pushcart. I believe you understand what this means, correct? You killed Mr. Cochin at this theater, then placed his body inside the pushcart. Or maybe Larry Butts did it.
Ah!
And then you forced the Steel Samurai to unwittingly move the body for you.
I forced him to move the body into Alabast. What nonsense! Why would I bother to do such a thing?
You were scheduled to make a speech in Alabast, meaning it was difficult for you to make a stop and bobble. However, what if you moved the body to Alabast? Because where's your embassy? You can keep an eye on it and tamper with the evidence. And then you smuggled it out of Alabast.
No!
If I can show you how you moved the body from Alabast to Bobble, then I win.
But you can't! The security between the 2 countries is incredibly tight.
I'll be the one to judge whether I can or cannot prove it.
I'll be the one to judge whether it's tight.
And so I ask you to provide us with testimony regarding your movement after you returned to Alabast.
Miles Edgeworth? Have you figured it out? Do you know how the body was moved?
To be honest, I have nothing to support my hypothesis at this time. However, I don't believe I've made a mistake in my logic up to this point. Saves unnoted. Which means...
There's no question that can't be answered, right?
The Prima Du statue was smuggled successfully through a brief flight through the air. So why shouldn't there be an answer to why the body was moved? Okay.
What a not subtle at all.
Which means there must be a logic flaw somewhere I can exploit. It's a little subtle. Just a wee bit. We already came to that conclusion. If we hadn't come to that conclusion, we might have been like, huh?
Yeah, I suppose. After I returned to Alabasta, I had my picture taken with the Steel Samurai, shaking hands.
Handsy.
Then, just as I was about to start my speech, the Yatagrasu appeared. I feared for the national treasure, so I raced back to my office. I feared for my DVD copies of National Treasure.
1 and 2. Steal the Declaration of Independence. Is that all?
Yes, that's all. It looks like you left out a few things, such as the murder of Damask II. Furthermore, you left out the part about meeting with me in your office. Now, those trifling matters, I don't believe I need to speak of those things again.
The music's swell.
Yeah. I do so hate to waste time.
Just the fucking percussion hit.
What?
You is not every life precious. Gag me.
Do you really need me to answer that for you?
My favorite character was Akechi.
Too bad they ruined him.
People like you cannot be allowed to wander freely through society.
Too bad they ruined Akechi by making him change his mind. Oh, God.
Can we just take this as a screenshot?
Put it next to, oh, I assure you, it's quite based.
This is a great, just random Edgeworth quote.
Then you'd better try hard, because I doubt you'll find a single contradiction. He's really full of himself, isn't he?
Yes, he is. How can he be so confident at a time like this?
Come, don't be shy. Go ahead, ask whatever you'd like. I love his shit-eating side grin. It's so fucking hilariously bad.
I love it. It's great. That's why I'm saying this guy's like Cosmos. He has all those same, like, weird poses.
Yeah. I wish Cosmos did it. That'd be much more interesting than, like, the spy who no personality.
Yeah, it's a shame. Again, I really like him for the first 4 trials. I think he's fucking hilarious.
And I think it's great that he is secretly the traitor. I know you don't, but just
no. I like him being the traitor. I don't like him. I don't like him being boring.
Yeah. Okay. I thought we weren't on the same page, but we are.
No, we're on the same page about that one.
Okay.
I think it's very unfortunate that he's boring as a character. But before then, he's the best character in the fucking game. That's where we differ. I think he's fucking great. For the entire game, you're like, hey, it's okay. I think he's better than Gumshoe, honestly. I think he's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, he's better than Gumshoe, yeah. But...
I like Gumshoe a lot. Detectives have always been good in this game series.
I mean, I think that he's better than, like, Gumshoe in the equivalent, like, amount of game time, right? Yeah. But, like, just because Gumshoe's gotten so much screen time.
Yeah, Gumshoe definitely is really funny in this game, so.
Yeah. I'm just gonna keep stroking my beard.
Good. Just gonna keep stroking. I feared for the national treasures. 1 and 2. Ark. I can't find a single contradiction.
Mr. Edgeworth, he's totally dead on the inside, just like a hollow tree. You're the only one that can cut him down to size, Mr. Edgeworth, sir.
At this point in time, we lack the information required to fight back properly, Brass. Mr. Prosecutor, just say the word and I'll get him talking for you.
Don't forget that we have plenty of ways to get him to talk.
I wish Sefrenskis had just done the whip and then no dialogue. That would have been just as well. Like, you didn't need this dialogue.
Yeah. We've got some real scary people at our side. Okay. Well, I'm all ready to help out, Gummy. How about you? I can't believe even you're getting into this. In that case, I'm ready too, sir.
Everyone, please calm down. I'll think of something. Please don't beat up the old man. I know it's a piece of shit.
So...
He's just an innocent old man who beat someone to death with a fucking gold statue. That wasn't actually gold, but still. Dude, talk about a pathetic thief.
Yeah.
I think he struck him from behind. I think he's lying about that nonsense. Like, there's no way an old man overpowered this guy. How old is he again?
He's like 82.
It's like 29 versus this guy being 72.
72.
Prime of your life. Sure, he's a fat ass, but, you know, you could do it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I don't actually know if he's fat. He does have, like, enormous chin and, like, cheeks. But, yeah. Rotund face. So I was only with the Steel Samurai. I thought the Pink Princess was also around.
The Pink Princess was suffering from a bad hip at the time, and the doctors recommended that she rest.
I'm surprised you remembered.
Wow, so you do have a soft side after all. The pain of a bad hip. I suppose none of you can really understand how it feels.
Aww.
Oh, so you tend to strain your back as well, huh?
Isn't that just because you're normally all hunched over? I thought you said that's normal because you're all 100 years old. You did need to keep up the act no matter what, I suppose.
The point of this is not to discuss my back problems. For about 15 minutes after our handshake, I was in my office preparing for the speech. So I think it's that you present the photo and you're like, no, that wasn't the Yatagarasu, that was the body you rigged to, you know.
The Yatagarasu was just a trick they had set up.
Oh, he's talking about the lights. Okay. A most amusing joke, and how do you propose that I set it up?
Bro, I want to know. I can explain it in detail for you. Oh boy, please do. You arranged the spotlights in a rose garden, so when they were taken to the stage, the audience would see the Yatagarasu's shadow. Okay, actually, that wasn't that long.
Oh, that is an interesting tale. Sadly, it has nothing to do with me.
You? What's gonna take for you to fess up to anything? Very well then, let's move on to a different question. After the Yatagarasu appeared, what was the state of the rose garden?
Everyone took refuge inside the embassy. I even helped with the effort. And then, once everyone was inside, oh.
Okay. And what happened after you returned to your office?
I don't want to keep on repeating this. However, upon my return, I had that stroke of bad luck and bumped into Mask Man. And I don't want to keep on repeating this either. But his name was Damask too. Who cares what he was called? By the time we got to the primitive statue that he was supposed to steal, it had already been swapped for the fake. Talk about an unlucky man, being bludgeoned to death with a fake statue. Miss On Karma's really letting her whip fly now. I think the scary part is her silence while she's doing it.
She must be at the limits of her patience as well. But physical attacks are meaningless here. Only evidence will suffice.
He has a much lower special defense.
I can't find a single flaw in his argument. His resistance is too high. What is he, a bishop? I just read I won't be able to prove anything, and he's actually guilty.
He's certainly not from Emily's campaign, that's for sure.
What's the joke there?
High resistance.
Oh yeah, because none of the player characters have high resistance.
Yeah, except like Azazel.
Except Ankita, who, you know, is just like...
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Ankita, Rosaline, Willow has decent resistance.
Well, Willow's decent at everything.
So is Ankita. Ankita literally does not have a bad... Except her skill. Skill's terrible on Ankita.
Yeah. But that's fine.
This Ray won't be able to prove anything.
Are we finished here? Miles Edgeworth, can you not come up with how the body was moved to Bobble? Do we have to rely on yet another extra coming in?
1 second, please. He looks out the door. There's like 30 extras all waiting with random bits of evidence. Just go home, guys. It's okay. We don't need any more. But I already have my theme prepared. Maya plays. No, fuck off.
Oh my god. Sir. It's gonna be Detective Bad. Mr. Edgeworth.
Yeah. Even after proving so much, is he going to get away with it?
Not if I have anything to...
Is this the end? Stop. Please stop.
It appears that we made it just in time. Oh no! Look at that. It's. Alright. I guessed wrong this time.
It would be a great honor if you would allow us to be your allies in battle. Evil magistrate, it's time for you to pay!
So fucking cheesy. It's the Steel Samurai.
No, you are mistaken, for I am Steel Samurai Daddy, married man in EL Tokyo. Yeah. And this is Pink Princess Mommy.
Oh god, don't say that.
Edgy Poo! No! Please don't grab your crotch.
She is. It looks like. No, I think she's holding up the skirt thing.
The two people I wanted to see the least. Larry, what are you doing here?
Yeah, surprise.
Way to show your gratitude, Edgy. We just wanted to help. Yeesh. I'm going to get the bad guy with a single thrust of my samurai spear. Go away! How can you be so mean to us, Edgy Poo? All three of us came to lend a hand, and this is how you treat us?
Well, isn't this grand? And I see they managed to find the Iron Infant.
Does that really matter right now?
Hey! Is it just me, or is the Iron Infant completely soaked?
He was drowning. Oh, yeah. He just had a little accident. He died. I found him in the bobble, but it was in the middle of the pool. Wait a second. Larry, go back to what you just said. Oh, it appears we made it. Not that far back. Something about finding the Iron Infant in Bobble. And he found it in a pool. I don't recall there being one in Bobble. Oh, that. Well, I was in Alabasta the whole time. So I have no idea how the Iron Infant wound up in Bobble. I thought I had lost him in the Rose Garden. I guess maybe this cute little kid can swim, huh? Wait, what? Larry, you lost the Iron Infant in the Rose Garden? Are you sure about that? Yeah, I'm sure. But I found him in. That's enough, Larry. The Iron Infant that the Larry lost managed to move across the two countries. Furthermore, the Iron Infant was found soaked in the middle of a pool. This is what I've been looking for. It's another smuggling route between the countries. The key to the route that the Iron Infant took to travel between Alabasta and Bobble is...
the bilateral symmetry.
Yeah.
The other two are kind of stupid answers.
That's right. This embassy was built with bilateral symmetry in mind. Detective Gumshoe!
Yes, sir.
There's a location I wish for you to examine post-haste. It is where I believe the route used to smuggle Mr. Cochin's body lies.
Does something like that really exist, sir?
An embassy built on bilateral symmetry, meaning that this is where we need to examine.
Yes, sir. I'll be back before you know it. You just, like, select the chimney, and he's
cart,
like, oh, God.
That cart is a rectangle, a circle, and a pulley, and it's standing perfectly straight.
Yeah, that's right.
That bothers the shit out of me.
It's too late. It doesn't matter what you do now. It's all a waste of time.
You will stay here with us and wait.
Well, okay.
Hey, Phoenix, honey, what's up?
Mr. Edgeworth, it's here, sir.
I didn't say anything. Hello, Gumshoe, what do you need?
Hi, honey. There's a reservoir here, just like in the Rose Garden.
Just as I suspected.
What is it?
The two sides of the embassy are mirror images of each other, which means that there's also a pool at the corresponding location of the Bobble East side. Mr. Cochin's body was moved into Bobble through the pool in Alabasta. Underwater.
Avoiding the topic with a vague answer like that is unbecoming of a prosecutor. If you don't mind, I'd like to see more physical proof, if you have any.
Is there a way to swim through?
Well, the water lowers.
Ah, the Iron Infant is positively soaked in water. Why do you think that is? It's because he was fished out of a pool, and not just by any pool. It was the Bobblese one. I think it's pretty obvious at this point, which must be true. The water reservoirs in the two courtyards are connected!
And where is your proof that the two sides are connected?
Bilateral symmetry. The proof is right there before your eyes. The half-drowned Iron Infant! Only a Phoenix Wright game would make such a declarative statement about a half-drowned baby and be like, amazing! Got ya!
Thanks, Larry, for your negligence as a parent. This blasted doll!
Sorry, this isn't Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, Mr. Edgeworth, I'm back. Hey. Don't tell me you guys figured everything out without me.
We did, thanks to this hero of Justice's son. Even if it is just a doll, he managed to help foil the villain. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor. Look, I don't want to say this, but it's kind of unlikely that the body just happened to have passed through to Bobble. This guy's a doll, and he's small, so I can believe he made it, but he has a point.
Yeah. Yes, that's right. I'm glad someone here understands. Mr. Edgeworth, are you going to next propose that a dead body can swim through a pipe?
See, Mr. Prosecutor, a chase after this man is far from over. Thanks, Lang. That's fine, we'll just call in another one of the extras. Who the fuck are you? Ah, I'm the kid from Case 1-3.
Oh, okay. I was going for Pearl, but that works.
Sure. Hi, Mr. Edgeworth. Ha. Alright, what's your little trick to show? I got this pot I keep smashing. Alright, how's that going to help? Hey, Mr. Alba, can you lean down for a second? Oh, sure, little girl.
Hey, look at that! In the pot, there's a photo of him in the body! Why is he helping Mr. Alba out now?
He's not. He realized a flaw in my argument and is helping me move the logic along. In which case...
Meanwhile, Lang's just like, oh god, my right hand is slightly longer than my left hand.
Yeah, I feel that. Mine are about equal. Actually, maybe my left hand's a little bit bigger.
Yeah, my left is like a tiny bit longer.
No, now it looks like my right's longer. I have no fucking idea. It's hard to say. Mr. Cochin's body was found in his office in Bobble. So what happened to his body after it was transported to the open-air stage? Hey, Sam. Oh, what's up, Tina? Do you wanna test whose hand is bigger? Oh, okay. Wow, my hand's a lot bigger than yours, Tina. Ha ha. What's up, Tina? Nothing.
I feel that.
Mr. Alba has an accomplice in Bobble, remember? You mean Sheena, right? With her there, you can see how it was possible to move the body up to the office.
Are you seriously claiming that she swam through the connecting pipe with the body? He's right. Miss Sheena would drown if she did that.
It's hard to imagine that she swam through the connecting pipe.
It looks like your hypothesis about how the body moved was still only half-baked. In the end, it's all just the befuddled musings of an accusatory man. Now then, I believe you should give up and allow me passage, because from the start there was no feasible method of transporting the body.
What?
Is it over?
Mr. Prosecutor recalls Sheena's movements. And stop coming about it. What was happening in the embassy around the time Miss Sheena was in Bobble?
Oh, if only there was a way to get rid of the water in the pool.
Get rid of the water? Aha, that's it! Hey, anybody! Yes, Mr. Edgeworth. One of you extras, do you have some way to show us that the pool could have been lowered?
The evidence you already have, Miles Edgeworth. Now I believe this time we really are done, right?
I don't
Not
need an extra
so
to take you down. All the extras, they're like, alright, fuck you then, Edgeworth. Unfortunately for you, it's really far from over, Mr. Alba.
You're a most persistent man. Are you saying that you've thought of a way to move the body through the water?
Move the body through the water? That is completely unrelated to how it was done.
Excuse me.
The reason I say this is because there wasn't any water out there at the time. What do you mean there wasn't any water? Just what it sounds like. Tonight's events made it possible to drain the water, allowing the body to be moved. I'm assuming it's either the fountain sprouts or the fire. Tonight, the Autogrosses set fire to a variety of locations in the Bobbleese embassy. In order to put the fires out, much of the reservoir's water was used. Of course, when the water was used, the reservoir's water levels went down. If enough water was drained, the connecting pipe could have been used to traverse the border.
So what? The water level went down, the reservoirs were connected. Does any of this matter? You can't prove any of this.
Pretending to be ignorant won't work with me. We both know what kind of situation we're in right now. Even in a game, there comes a critical game-changing moment. A moment in which you hit a wall that you must overcome in order to beat the game.
I haven't lost yet.
I found the route you used to smuggle the body, and that route will lead to your defeat.
I just realized that obviously they didn't zipline the body because that photo is just a photo of the statue getting moved over.
Yeah, I know. I realized that.
I wish they ziplined the body. That was fucking hilarious.
That would have been really funny, but no. Still can't really call that a smuggling route. I know that. I should have figured you would have noticed. Hey, Mr. Alba, how deep are these pools anyway?
I'll have you know, those pools are extremely deep, and there are no ladders or footholds along the walls either.
All you have to do is hold the body and wait for the water to drain.
Shut up!
Really. It'd be difficult for Sheena to hold the body and climb up out of the pool. Ladders or footholds along the walls. There was no need for such things.
What do you mean?
If one were to use a certain something, they could go up or down in the pool at will. Well, looks like you got an answer already. Well, what are you waiting for, Mr. Prosecutor? Enlighten us already. The way in which Miss Sheena and the body were able to rise up to the ground level. There was a way to control the water level. There could be a way the body was moved. This was used so that the body of Miss Sheena could move up and down in the pool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mr. Alba used the water fountain spouts in a manner of speaking. He used the fountain spouts, how so? The water level in the pools can be controlled by opening and closing the spouts. Miss Sheena and the body were lifted upwards from the buoyancy of the water. That actually is what happened, that's funny. The fire on the Bobbleese side and the firefighting effort. These were set in motion all for the sake of smuggling Mr. Cochin's body. Supposition! Way too much supposition here, sir. Shall I show you where the final destination of my train of logic leads?
Box only, no items! I mean, no, please!
First, Mr. Alba closed the fountain spouts in advance in the preparation of things to come. Did you hear about Ludwig going to do $1 million Smash tournament?
Really? Oh my god.
Yeah, I think that's
believe
fucking
it.
awesome. It's like,
Yeah.
yo, Smash is going to do this shitty Smash tournament where they give out a gift card? Fuck you, I'm going to make like $1 million one.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at his Twitch earnings, he could definitely afford it.
Oh yeah, he got a nice bonus switching to YouTube. Then he took the push cart that was brought to the Rose Garden and pushed it along with the Iron Infant and Mr. Cochin's body into the pool. At this time, Miss Sheena was busy conveniently starting the first fire in Bobble. And she made for the open-air stage pool to wait for the firefighting effort to begin. When the firefighters used the water level of the pool, the water level went down. And by the time the fire was put out, the pipe between the two pools was exposed. Glad that was a fast process and none of them drowned in that time, but that's okay.
Well, they weren't underwater.
Yeah, but Sheena would have had to I guess she could hold on to the edge. This is where it would be a little tricky for her to float to the top. This is when she pushed the pushcart from Alabasta to Bobble. Once that was accomplished, Mr. Alba simply opened the fountain spouts once more. I guess the cart floats too. So.
Yeah.
Even with a body inside. This might just be the most insane murder plot in the entire series.
Potentially, yeah.
There have been some silly ones. This one is insane.
Yeah, that's right.
The amount of shit going on is kind of crazy. And the water level rose up to its
and it's a
original.
double murder, and like...
Along with Miss Sheena and the body. Someone had a lot of fun braining this one up.
Yeah.
After that, Miss Sheena used the pushcart to carry the body up to the Secretariat's office. There's an elevator in the embassy after all, so you can see. Even with her small frame, she could have easily transported Mr. Cochin's body. And that wraps up my thorough explanation of how the body was moved. Great. How did she take it out of the water? Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
That would actually be really hard to pull a cart. Yeah, to pull a cart that had been flooded with water, a dead body, pull it out of the pond.
Well, it wasn't flooded. It was floating on top.
Okay, but does it float to, like, the absolute tippy top? Most of those cases, there's a little bit of ledge, so the water doesn't flow over.
I think with the wheels, you could have, like, rolled it up the side.
Does it dip into the water? Could she roll it up? I figured that she would have to get up into the top of the fountain and then pull someone up. Because, like...
Well, yeah, but she could just use the wheel. Yeah, yeah. Like, it's floating on top of there, and then she pulls it, and the wheel hits the side as she pulls it out.
Oh, I guess. I could see that. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. It would still be lodged with a little bit of water. Should make it really hard.
It wouldn't be easy, but it's doable.
Oh, maybe Mr. Bad helped. Probably not, though. That doesn't make any sense. Well, ex-Ambassador Alba, what do you think? Not so uncontrollable without your precious extraterritorial rights to protect you, are you?
I knew you could do it, Mr. Edgeworth. All it took was 8 ass pulls. Way to fight back.
Nothing like a good old-fashioned ass.
You mean 9 ass pulls? You accuse me of moving the body across country lines, but when you get down to the nitty-gritty, you don't have what it takes to indict me. The nitty-gritty? What does the old man want now?
Proof, I believe, is what he seeks. He hasn't seeked that before.
Yes, proof. The same thing I've said a million times.
The same thing
every
single criminal said a million times.
Whether or not any of what you said really happened. He wants proof? What are we gonna do, Mr. Edgeworth?
We never have proof prepared. There's no need to worry. I've had all the proof we need all along.
The samurai talk.
The body wasn't the only thing to go through the pool's connecting pipe tonight. Just as Detective Gumshoe found the pushcart in the open-air stage. So, too, did I find one other item there. And that piece of evidence is what will prove that the pools were the smuggling route. This was another thing that was smuggled over to Bobble's open-air stage area.
It actually might be the samurai dogs. Did we find them there?
It's that guitar pick.
Oh, yeah. All right. And what exactly is this?
You have no idea, do you? Even though it's not a pick. This little piece I found in the Bobbly's side will be your undoing.
A guitar pick? Would you care to explain how that is going to do me in, as it were?
Much to your chagrin, perhaps, but this is not a guitar pick.
What?
This is something I found at the open-air stage, which was transported with the body. I naturally assumed that you would recognize it, since you took a photo with it, after all. But since you don't, allow me to fill in on what I can say that you actually belongs to. Let us take a good look at the murder weapon that was used to kill Manny Cochin. On the handle of this knife, there is a beautiful blooming flower. However, it would appear that it's missing a single petal. Now let's see what happens when we try to fit this pick in that open slot.
It's a perfect fit.
Assumed that the petal must have fallen off of the flower during Mr. Cochin's murder. And then it was accidentally placed in the pushcart along with Mr. Cochin's body.
That's an interesting story, nothing more.
Oh, I assure you it's more than just a story. Because for some odd reason, this flower petal was wet when I found it.
It was wet, you say?
Did you lick it? No, it was in the water, dude. Stop being weird. Yes, and the only place it could have gotten wet from is the open-air stage's pool. Now I ask you, how did a part of the weapon which was smuggled into the theater wind up in the open-air stage area on the Bobbly side of the embassy? I don't think I need to waste any words explaining this, as the petal explains it all for me. It proves that someone went from the raised gardens pool on through into Bobble.
Impossible!
The people of Zengfa have been waiting to see you face to face, Mr. Alba. I'll tell everyone back home. We'll be there soon. You should be happy. Dude's angry, I think. Just a wee bit. I think Alba's gonna get it.
He's not that hot. Why?
Why? It's a little late to be asking that question. You should have known from the very beginning. When you took your first life, No matter how you may plot or how you may try to cover it all up, you can never hide from your crime and what you've done. Because we're here to see to it that justice is served to people like you.
You can't call what you've given a perfect argument. You know, I don't think this guy's gonna ever admit to his wrongdoings, Mr. Edgeworth, because he values himself above all else. People who can't be negotiated with are people who refuse to admit when they've lost. I don't believe those kinds of people really exist, because everyone breaks eventually.
You're right. But go on the internet every once in a while, you'll see them. In that
Oh,
case,
God.
I have no choice but I have to use the evidence I have. I'll use it all until he breaks under the weight of his crimes.
Now, for God's sake, Kay, when you're on the internet, do not Google image search your name.
But if only there was a way to display all my evidence multiple times over and overwhelm him. Hi! Dun, 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 dun. It plays like the Gulger of Love and Elisa breaks into the room. I can't really see, but I'll display all the images at once. Are you ready, Alba?
And then she falls over, fucking unconscious because of her back pain.
Yeah. This really will be the end of the line. And then Alba will feel bad for her because of her back pain.
Yeah, this is where we go into the end that's, like, extremely short, so.
Yeah, we did it.
That
wasn't actually that long.
We just beat N2. Hooray, the campaign is resolved.
Nice, we did it.
The joke's always funny, right?
Yeah. 3:33 a.m. We've been doing this all fucking night. These people are up at 3:33 in the morning. Who the hell stays up that late? Savage. Mr. Alba, I request that you testify once more.
As if there's anything else for me to testify about.
I still have yet to fully prove that it was Mr. Alba who murdered Mr. Cochin. Well, I would like to hear about your movements before the murder occurred. I wonder if you could tell us more about what you did here at the Theatrum Neutralis.
Very well, I suppose I can tell you about that. Because about all I did was watch the Steel Samurai stage show.
Elaborating on even that alone is good enough for me. The only way for me to place this man under arrest is to pinpoint the exact location of where the murder took place, for that is the key to this investigation. How many keys to this investigation do we have?
It's like the Psyche Locks. I watched from the last row. The stage was well lit, but it was dark out in the audience. I swear I was there in the audience, but it's hard to prove that, I suppose. I do remember the contents of the show very well, though. Is that proof enough for you? Those moving scenes were seared into this old man's heart. I'll never forget them.
He's not gonna know what the Sushi Slammer was because he made it up. Because he broke the spear.
Yep.
So you're in the theater proper watching the Steel Samurai stage show, were you? And because Edgeworth actually
Of
paid
course
attention,
I
he'll
was.
nail him.
Excuse me. Of course I was. I have a great fondness for the Steel Samurai.
Yeah, that was pretty cool up there, wasn't I? You're not the one who was cool. It's the Steel Samurai who's cool.
Yeah, and the Steel Samurai's special finishing move today was really something, huh?
Hey, Edgy, who's she? Who's a super cute girl?
I'm 17. Never mind.
She's been standing here the whole time and only now he notices her. Larry hit on Maya a little bit.
Yeah, it's true.
Her name is Kay Faraday, and she's helping in the investigation.
Sorry I didn't get to introduce myself earlier, but better late than never.
Yes, okay, but...
Silence in the peanut gallery. There's no time for such trivialities at a time like this.
I love how we still as a culture say the peanut gallery. It makes me very happy.
I love how the music, like, slowly, like, she whipped him.
Mr. Prosecutor, this is going to be the final battle. You got that? I know. This is the end.
We've said that
man
10
there.
times, but...
And that's the kind of thing I like to hear. I think I'll give trusting you a try, Mr. Prosecutor. Or rather, Mr. Edgeworth. I think there's a limit to how many times you can say this is the end in a story. Like, it can't just be one, because there are times where the characters are wrong. And that's allowed. But I think once you get past, like, the fourth time, it starts to get old.
Yeah, that's right.
So, I think I've said it. I think you've said it in yours. So, we each have one. So now we have to, you know, calm it the fuck down. And not use it for a while. Actually, has your campaign had it? Yeah, they did at Admiral Castle. Like, yeah, this is the end, or something like that.
I leave this
Yeah,
critical battle up
there
to
was
you.
something like
Mr.
that,
Ainsworth.
yeah. But it was also like very obvious, like not just from a narrative
Yeah.
standpoint, that it wouldn't be.
Yars is like, yeah, all we have to do is rescue King Ukabei. Easy. What was that scene before? Nothing. Have no fear, I'll finish this job. This really is the end game. The time has come to expose every last one of Mr. Alba's lies. We do get the sick music, though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you just press that.
Well, I remember the contents of the show as well myself.
That's nice.
That's nice!
Mild Edgeworth, don't allow yourself to be riled up by him at this important juncture.
I wasn't planning to let him. Well, if you ask me, I think I'm the biggest Steel Samurai expert around here. And didn't you think the climatic scene of today's show was totally awesome?
Yes, I remember that well, in that spectacular special move. The way you delivered the final blow against the evil magistrate, early summer rain jab. Oh, that scene will live on in my heart forever.
Now it? I totally forgot about that. How can you forget your own special moves? That's a special attack that the Steel Samurai uses when he's using his samurai spear.
Yes, and today was the first time they showed it off, was it not? If I hadn't watched the show, then how could I answer you with the name of the move?
I suppose you are correct, but if you could please elaborate on this point for me. I just want to press this. Early Summer Rain Jab was a move that was to be unveiled today.
And because I saw that brand new special move, I believe it confirms my alibi. How sad. The only way he's got to protect himself is that he watched the Steel Samurai. I guess this guy really has nothing else left.
Yes, and to avoid arrest, you can bet he'll say or do anything. But with all of us here, there will be no escape for him.
Yeah, we'll find a way to bring him to justice.
Now then, let's continue with your testimony, Mr. Alba.
Very well. We'll Steel Samurai special move and the various other scenes. Alright.
Yeah. Actually, his spear was broken, my dude. Hate to break it to you. You don't have to tap your forehead for that one, Edgeworth. That's okay. The special move today was the early summer rain jab. Is that your final answer?
You little irritating gnat. Do you think you can trip me up by asking the same question over and over?
Can I get that in writing? Why does he want to get that
shit.
in writing? That was not my intention. Your testimony is more than sufficient. However, I believe it would be wise for you to take a look at this.
The samurai spear, what about it?
This spear actually never made it on stage today.
Excuse me?
Unfortunately for you, tonight's Steel Samurai happened to be a goof of a young man with an abundance of useless hot-bloodedness. He doesn't even pay attention. Having said that, said useless man bent the spear during his rehearsal this evening. Okay, do you remember what the Steel Samurai's special move was tonight?
It was the Steel Samurai sushi slash.
Correct, because he couldn't use the spear, a last-minute change was made. Had you really been watching the show, you would have known the move that was used.
Gnurk!
Quercus Alba! You didn't watch even a single minute of the Steel Samurai stage show, did you? Ha! So if he wasn't watching the stage show tonight...
Then it opened up the possibility that he was busy killing Mr. Cochin instead.
So, where were you during the show? I demand an answer now! Uh-oh, just in time for the... no, the freak out just yet. You missed the freak out! I can't believe you missed the whole thing. No, he didn't freak out. He just said, heh.
Heh.
Heh. What is so funny?
You're so sloppy, and so are your conclusions. I still insist that I watch the show, or most of it, in any case.
What do you mean by most of it?
You see, during the show, I left my seat for a spell to visit the
That's
bathroom.
exactly what I thought I was going to say. He is an old man.
I assume that was when that dramatic scene was played out on stage. That's the lousiest, lamest excuse I've ever heard in my life, pal.
Just because he got the name of the move wrong, you can't really use that as proof he didn't watch the show at all.
As a fan of the Steel Samurai, I had wanted to watch the entire show. Honest.
As a Steel Samurai fan, for someone who wasn't even in his seat for the climax of the show, you have no right to call yourself a Steel Samurai fan ever.
Fucking gatekeeper. Really?
Why would you gatekeep like that, Edgeworth?
Who was that just now? The next extra?
It would be our young lady.
Oh wait, did Edgeworth not say that? I thought that...
What are you doing interrupting me like that? Edgy, just hold on for a second, I beg ya. You never accept this old man as a Steel Samurai fan. I totally think he's a Steel Samaniac. Samaniac.
What exactly is the Steel Samaniac, pal? I believe he meant to say Steel Samurai Maniac.
Yeah. Trust me, I know a real fan when I see one because I'm the Steel Samurai. I will never acknowledge you as a true Steel Samurai.
What are you getting so worked up over, Mr. Edgeworth? It appears that the real Steel Samurai recognizes me as a fan. What the fuck is this fucking game? As well he should, for I am a fan. It's not so I missed the entire show. It was a most amazing show, filled with the spirit of the young and the young at heart. The sarcasm dripping from his long wooden nose couldn't run any thicker.
Getting the name of the move wrong only proves that he didn't watch the last scene. What I really need here is something more definitive. Something that links Mr. Alba directly to the murder of Mr. Manny Cochin. You know what, Gramps? You're really something else. I'm
honored to receive such praise from the Steel Samurai, but what is it for?
I was just wondering how you found out about the early summer rain jab. That move is a bit of a secret that only the small portion of the staff know about. Wait, it was a secret? Larry, wait, what'd you just say? Did I say something stupid again? Did you say that the early summer rain jab was actually a secret? Well, maybe I shouldn't have said secret. It's more like we only decided on the name of the move right before the start of the show.
Right before?
Yeah, stage director was going nuts because we were supposed to debut the move. About 5 minutes before the show, we threw up in the dressing room whiteboard. Early summer rain jab. That's kind of how we decided the name of the move. By that time, I'd already bent the spear, so I guess the whole thing was kind of pointless.
All of you Steel Samurai actors are the same. The director has my complete sympathy.
That is actually really funny.
Yeah.
You have Tim Powers, you have Larry Butts. Who else was the other Steel Samurai?
His name's Will Powers.
Will Powers, whatever. Tim the Toolman Powers.
Oh, the other one was fucking the guy that had to do with Celeste, you know, Adrian's like former mentor or whatever. That guy. Yeah, honestly, that guy wasn't really bad at acting. I don't think he just was kind of a scumbag. So.
Oh, he was the murderer, like of 2-4, kind of.
No, no, he was the victim.
Oh, right.
Juan Carita.
Yeah.
He looks kind of like Mark Hamill.
Yeah. So basically, because we changed the move to Sushi Slash, kind of pretended that the early summer rain jab didn't exist at all. I mean, it'd be bad if someone found out we changed the move, so we made it a secret. So basically, a gag order was issued for public publicity's sake.
It almost makes the early summer rain jab sound like a lost art.
Yeah, which is why I think most of the staff hadn't even heard of the move.
Hold those lips of yours still!
What the heck, old man?
I've done nothing but listen, and from what I can tell, it's all very unrelated to the case. It's also very tedious and a pointless exercise and wasting time, much like a kid's show.
Mr. Alba, I believe the one who should be quiet now is you.
How dare you!
I suspect that you've already noticed exactly what the very severe implications are in this man's testimony.
Ha! So you're trying to bully me, huh? There are no implications if you read it into a behind-the-scenes story of a kid's show.
Don't even think about trying to slither your way out of this, Quirkus Alba.
You were the one who said it yourself, that the man of the move was early summer, rain jab. But the name was only decided upon right before the show was about to start.
No, just what are you driving at?
But the name of the move, he told us, never used in the show or said aloud. Now then, would you care to tell us how you found out the name of the move? Because I can only think of one way you could have known.
Quercus Alba, this is the only way you could have known the name of the move.
You saw it.
He thought it up.
He thought it up. He was in the... Okay, just wanted
You
to
thought
see
the
the
name
dialogue.
before, you thought it up, because you thought it up. Therefore, it's only natural that you knew. You were the one who created the name of that move. Sorry, it was too funny.
Yeah. Mr. Edra, somehow I don't think that's it. Let's just leave it at that, since it clears everything up for me nice and neatly.
Hey, what exactly did you find out by saying that anyway? Not much, actually.
Please take this seriously.
I guess I made a mistake. Okay, that was worth it.
Yeah, it was.
The music's just gone now.
Oh, that's gotta be a bug. They didn't mean to fucking...
It'll probably bring back the music.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You saw it.
Yeah. You didn't name it because you saw it. You saw it was in the dressing room whiteboard. There's the music. The staff members who knew they were keeping a secret. So you couldn't have simply gone up to a staff member and asked. Which means that the only other option left is that you saw it on the whiteboard.
And that means that Mr. Alba was in the waiting room at some point, right? But what's the big deal, sir? I don't see what that means.
There's another piece of evidence that has a great deal to do with the dressing room. So you can't afford to let this slide. This is related to both the dressing room and Mr. Cochin's murder.
It's not the samurai dogs. Oh.
It is, baby! This is a very close connection. No, it's not.
What's all the connection with that be?
It's a bit difficult to recognize at first glance, however. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, only trust what I can see. When it comes to evidence, I think everyone here agrees with me. It appears this piece of evidence is not what I was looking for. Listen, it was in the dressing room. Next one over, I guarantee.
Yeah.
I know those dogs will come back.
It's not on this page. No.
This was in the dressing room. Okay.
Okay.
The push cart that was used to move the body was right there in the dressing room. I did notice that in the photo.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
stupid.
yeah.
During the show, the push cart awaited its turn to be pushed on stage to the dressing room. And it was finally pushed there along with the Iron Infant in the last scene of the show. And then, right after the show ended, it went into Alabast along with the Steel Samurai. Was this dead corpse on stage?
Yeah, I think so. That's kind of like a much less fucked up version of how it's like how in my last session it's like, oh, someone's commenting on how nice the snow is, and then later you're like, oh.
Yeah. Which means that the only time the killer could have placed the body inside the pushcart was when the pushcart was in the dressing room backstage.
So basically, the killer has to be someone who visited the dressing room during the show.
Precisely.
Oh, but wait, what if, and this is just a what if the murder didn't take place in the dressing room? What do you mean, Kay?
I have to admit, she brings up a valid possibility. During the show, the dressing room was supposed to be devoid of people. Anyone going to a private dressing room would stand like a sore thumb.
But despite that, the killer still managed to move the body with the pushcart.
Correct, and it's because the setup of the theater's dressing room, that would be the ideal location for the murder of Manny Cochin. Quercus Alba, during the show you went down to the dressing room, and I want to know why.
Yes. Yes, I was there. I went into the dressing room. I knew it. I'm placing you under arrest right now, pal. You got that? Arrest!
Not
so fast.
fast.
Ass pull 10 incoming. What is it now?
I thought we were on ass pull 13 at this point.
Don't I deserve a chance to explain myself?
Explain? What is there to explain? Shut up!
I have to make an excuse for you to present the samurai dogs, you see. I believe I
Okay,
told you
carry
earlier
on.
that when I went to the bathroom, well, I got lost when I did. I wanted to ask for directions, but when I opened the dressing room door, no one was inside. And that's when I saw the name of the move on the whiteboard.
You punk! Still trying to get your way out of this!
Do you really think you can get away at this point? Mr. Edgeworth, isn't there anything you can do to stop him?
Ugh, I'll have enough evidence on hand to do anything. I don't have the airtight evidence
God
I need to
damn it.
put this man away for good. But if that's what I need, then perhaps. Agent Lang, I believe the investigation in the dressing room question is in order.
No.
It's possible we may find new evidence there.
Yeah, if Mr. Edgeworth pokes around in there, I'm sure he'll find some new facts, pal. Oh, and if we use a little thief, we may even learn something about recreation.
No need to do any of that.
Thank God. What, Wolfie? How could you?
Not saying there won't be this to be me. It's just that we've already searched there. My men really are something else.
And they found nothing?
So one thing I could say to the assistants is that they found nothing. That's it.
I guess you're right. If they had found something, they would have reported it to us. Nick wouldn't find anything because there was nothing there to find. And if there's no info to feed into Little Thief, then I can't do much to help either.
Is this the end?
Fucking end yourself.
The murder took place in the theater, which is not protected under extraterritorial rights. Hey bro, can you pass the bread? Can you pass away? And the fact that it was,
yeah, basically.
The fact that it was Mr. Alba himself who committed the murder. They can't prove both statements to be true. Mr. Alba walks away a free man. Is there no other course of action left to us?
Wanta. It would appear that your hand of cards has turned out to be your boss.
The longest hand of cards in the world.
Now, if you would excuse me, hold it! Because of you people, I missed my flight. Now I must make haste to arrange for a new one. Fucking... Fuck this game. Fuck this game. Who is it this time? Okay, at least it's not somebody entering the room.
Hold it right there, you whippersnappers. First Larry, now you. What's with that scary mobster-like scowl on your face, Edgy Poo? Don't treat me like I'm some sort of nuisance. I've been meaning to say this, but all you keep saying about things I don't get at all. You're not leaving this little lady in sad, depressing, lonely dust, and I'm about to cry. Why did you have to speak up right at this instant? Well, you know what, Edgy Poo, cheer up, because I'm about to give you the most wonderful thing.
The most wonderful thing from you.
It's so super special, I couldn't give it away just to anyone, you know. Ah, my special presents of love to my sweet Edgy Poo, are you ready? It's this!
It's...
It's a box of those samurai dogs, right?
Yeah, so Edgy Poo. Here, go and eat one and you'll feel right as rain.
Edward wants to fucking kill her. Just absolutely strangle her. Boy, we're getting everyone's blank face. That's okay.
Even Gumshoe. Are we through here?
Why everyone gets so quiet all of a sudden? Edgy Poo, tell me you understand the depth of this lady's love for you. I'm not one to hand out these snacks willy-nilly, you know. No, don't, sir. Thought it occurred to me that maybe it would be good if I fed you and made sure you were nice and full. One day it's my dream to serve you some of my own homemade food. I mean, isn't it a desire of everyone to make sure that their beloved never goes hungry? And that's what I wanted to explain the experience. A long time ago, I used to make these delicious foods with any kind of ingredient. I threw it together in the kitchen.
Mr. Edgeworth, can't you do anything about her?
There is no power on earth that can force that woman into silence!
Silence.
I'm so sick and tired of it. All you people do is look down on me. Even the box of samurai dogs played me for a fool. I had a special design on it, fan like a Japanese flag, so I thought it was special. When I ate one, it tasted just like all the rest. Oh, it made me so mad. Wait, special box with the Hinomaru-like fan on it. The fuck are you on about it,
I think that's what the Japanese flag is officially called.
Wow. Never heard of such a piece of merchandise existing before. However, there is. The red rising sun in this fan is filled in. Is it possible? Could it be? After the show, the samurai dogs were piled up on the dressing room floor. However, there's no such thing as a rising sun dog.
Oh my god.
This contradiction of facts between something that should not exist and yet does. The rays from this rising sun may be just what we needed to point us in the right direction.
A present.
Steady of bigwigs tell us to play delivery boys. We're supposed to hand out the dogs off to the embassy people and tell them hi. I had to pile them onto the pushcart just to move them all. I believe you understand what this means, correct? You killed Mr. Cochin at this theater and placed his body inside the pushcart.
Oh my god. Please.
And then, you forced the Steel Samurai to unwittingly move the body for you. It's time to piece the final pieces of this logic puzzle together. No matter how fragile or small the connections may be. Once we found them, the way to the truth will be revealed.
Okay. So, yeah, probably that connection first.
The killer used the pushcart to transport the body, which means that they had to remove the samurai dogs from within first. Therefore, the samurai dogs that were piled up on the dressing room floor were most likely taken out of the pushcart by the killer.
Oh god. Okay.
And with that, bing, wahoo. That which should not exist, this box of samurai dogs with the Hinomaru on it. If this red rising sun was filled in when the killer was busy removing dogs from the cart, then it's proof that the murder took place in the dressing room. As long as this red substance turns out to what I believe it to be, Wendy Oldbag, I thank you. No one's ever thanked me before. What you have given to me is truly something very special.
Mr. Edgeworth, are you sure you're feeling okay, sir?
Mr. Alba, as I suspected, you killing Mr. Cochin. You killed Mr. Cochin in the dressing room.
How many times must I listen to you repeat yourself? Haven't you figured it out yet? Your words are meaningless, worthless, and powerless. The only way I'm going to continue to cooperate is with some definitive evidence.
Huh. That arrogance, that self-confidence. You believe that you've erased every piece of evidence that could incriminate you. However, there remains one piece here, and it is what will put you away for good.
Ah, you're bluffing!
Oh, hey, Mr. Prosecutor. Sounds like you finally found him. You finally found the fangs we need to go for this guy's jugular. And his neck shield. So tell us, what about that box of samurai dogs that's going to put that old man away? The trace evidence that will bring him down? Why, it's here, of course.
On your forehead? Okay, why make us select the rising sun? Just like...
Zoom on in. The box of samurai dogs with the rising sun fan on it, this should never have existed. So I want you all to take a good look at this red spot. It's a single drop of blood. That fell perfectly. Huh? What?
Blood, do you say?
Agent Lang, I like this blood analyzed post-haste. I've got to admit, I'm a bit surprised. Can't believe we found blood in a place like this. Hey you, get this down to the lab pronto.
But why was there blood on the box to begin with?
If we think about the flow of the crime, I think the reason will become obvious. Larry, you said that they transported the samurai dogs to the pushcart, correct? Oh, yeah, you have a great memory, Edgy. That pushcart was a bit too big for my son, you know what I mean? So to make sure everyone could see him, I had to pile some stuff in. I figured the samurai dogs were there, so I used them to fill up the cart. If Larry says it's true, then what were the boxes doing on the floor? Ah, I see. The killer took them out in order to place the body in the pushcart.
Exactly. And that is when I believe the victim's blood found its way into that box. But when my men investigated that room, not a single box of samurai dogs was in there, because embassy staff members had already confiscated them. Yes, no doubt to hide the evidence of the murder.
It's a good thing Miss Oldbag managed to steal that one box before they got to him, huh? Looks like Miss Oldbag also managed to put this great thief to shame.
What a scandalous way of putting that. I didn't steal, I received it for myself. Quercus Alba, I'll say this was one very fatal oversight on your part.
Fucking kill me. Sorry to rain on your little love fest, however.
How can he be so self-confident in a no-win situation like
We're in
this?
purgatory. Even if that blood turned out to belong to Mr. Coach, and then what? Heh. So, Mr. Edwards, it sounds like he's not ready to call it quits yet, huh?
The sole piece of evidence that was left at the scene of the crime, that alone has shed light on a new fact. At the very least, we now have proof that the murder occurred in the dressing room.
And you say that like it means something. Huh? You know, when I said this was short, I meant that it has not very many clickable sections on the walkthrough.
Excuse me, sirs. Is the guy down from forensics? Hell yeah, there he is.
Oh, the blood's gonna be Alba's, I bet, from his wound.
Report. What was the result of the analysis? Sir, the analysis came back and confirmed that the red substance is, in fact, blood. I knew it. With this Quercus Alba. Mr.
Edgeworth, I wonder if you might humor my question.
Your question?
The one from before, or have you forgotten? Even if that is Mr. Cochin's blood, what difference would it make?
Like we already told you, it proves that the crime scene was the dressing room.
But it doesn't prove that I am your killer, does it?
Yeah, that's...
Forensics guy just like, please let me talk. Like, I know it's not.
He has a very good point. The blood in that box doesn't prove that Mr. Alba is the killer.
Then, this evidence is meaningless. That can't be. We're so close, sir. I want to smack that smug look off his face. Come on, there's gotta be something we can do.
We finally found a solid piece of evidence. There must be something I can expose with it. Ack, I can't think of a single thing. Could this be the end?
No, if you'll excuse me, I'll be on my way. Hold it. Who was that? It's too late. I won't allow anyone to stop me now. It wasn't me, pal.
It wasn't me this time either. It wasn't me either. It was me, the forensic guy. Yeah.
Why did you... Because I haven't actually finished reporting everything to you yet, sirs. There's more.
Yeah, I just said it's blood.
What?
Fucking idiot.
Hurry up and spit it out. Yes, sir. That blood I mentioned, it's not the same type as the victim's blood. What?
No.
What? What? What do you mean it's not the same type? You mean it's not the victim's blood? If it isn't his, then who the hell's is it? I don't know, sirs. All I know is it's not the same blood type as the victim, sir.
What should we do now, Mr. Edgeworth? I have no idea what's what anymore.
Neither do I.
My, what an amusing turn of events. That blood drop proved something to be true, all right. Namely, my words.
And which one of your words would that be?
The ones where I said that your words are meaningless, worthless, and powerless. That blood had nothing to do with the murder investigation whatsoever. Need I remind you that the blood got onto that box long before it entered my embassy? What sort of nonsense? Yeah, it's blood, pal. There's no way it's not related to the murder. So you would like to believe. But what if someone preparing the samurai dogs had a small nosebleed? What then? Yeah, I guess that's possible.
Damn it. Have we been wasting our time on a red herring?
The blood doesn't belong to anyone connected to the case. That should be clue enough. You know,
Marcus
you could just
Alba,
have to
you
take a
bastard!
blood test.
We've just gotten all the teen-rated swears in the last 8 lines from Lang.
You bastard!
Yeah,
Have the Phoenix Wright games ever called someone a bastard?
I don't know.
I don't think that's ever happened before.
Silence! Don't you ever address me with such a filthy word again. I wasted enough time here with you, and you have your answers that let me through. Not so fast.
Oh, but it doesn't matter where you've run off to. You'll never escape me. Someday I'll have the satisfaction of sinking my fangs into you. Then you'll see. And all of my Interpol will be behind me, working to see it to it that day comes.
Do you know what your words sound like to me? They sound like the whinings of a pathetic loser of a mutt. Literally, I wrote Poke Pain better than this.
Is this really the extent of what they can all do? Is the blood really from someone completely unrelated to the case? Or is there yet another possibility? Someone else's victim's blood? Just when I thought I had him backed into a corner, it is I who has been backed into one. In a situation like this, what would that man do?
I'm trying to make banging sounds, but they're not picking up on my
What would
mic.
he, who can turn any desperate situation around, do?
Turn it around.
Turn it
Yeah.
around. That's it. I must turn my way of thinking around. It's not whose blood is this, it's whose blood could get on a box like this, and then I think about it that way. If the blood got into the box and the body was being placed inside the pushcart, then the owner of said blood must have been in the dressing room at the time. And there's only one person that could be.
Well, I must praise you for trying so hard. It's because of you kids that I was removed from center stage, and will be forced to live out the rest of my life in the shadows, unfortunately.
Oh, I'm so wounded. I'll go
No.
bathe in my money now.
But it's not a total loss, as the underworld will allow me more freedom than you'll ever know. Okay. Freedom like what the raven feels as it flies through the dark night sky. You can't lay a finger on me, not now or ever. The arm of the law is powerless before me.
Definitely the words of someone who's not guilty.
Yeah, that's right.
Powerless, is it? I wouldn't be so sure about that if I were you.
What do you mean?
Allow me to describe you in one word. Pitiful.
Just get to the point. I mean, pitiful, how so?
Quercus alba, your wings were clipped long ago. And for someone who's trying to fly away on them without noticing that fact, pitiful is the perfect word to describe you.
Ha, mere words. What do you mean by his wings are clipped, Mr. Edgeworth?
Just what you think it means, Kay. We had already caught him in our trap a while back, with an incredibly powerful definitive piece of evidence. Hey, Earth, the Mr. Prosecutor, care to speak in English? What are you even talking about? A piece of evidence. The piece I speak of is, of course, this drop of blood.
But we know that it's not from the victim. I don't see how it remains relevant to the case at all.
Miss Von Karma, I believe this is exactly why it's very important to the case. And that part, that is the most important, is the fact that it's not the victim's blood. You're looking a little pale. Good, then I believe you are already aware of what I mean. And you know who the blood belongs to? Of course I do. This piece of evidence is the irrefutable proof that will stop the killer in his tracks. The blood that soiled this box of samurai dogs belongs to this person. Kay Faraday. What? Take her away, boys.
Literally, like, nobody else is incriminating to fucking Alba. It's just...
Where the fuck is he? Oh, yeah, here he is. The blood of the rising sun in this box belongs to you, Quercus Alba.
Grrr. What?
What?
Why is his blood on the box of samurai dogs? He's not even a victim.
The blood fell into the box when Mr. Cochin's body was being loaded into the pushcart. At that time, the only two people in the dressing room were the victim and his killer. So that's what you mean. The blood doesn't belong to the victim.
Then there was only one other person it could belong to.
Yes, and that person is the murderer himself. That's the only logical conclusion.
But Mr. Cochin was the one who was stabbed, sir. Why would Mr. Alba have been the one who was bleeding?
What if during the murder, Mr. Cochin had fought back?
You mean if before Mr. Alba could kill him, Mr. Cochin managed to wound Mr. Alba?
Yes, and I believe we have a piece of evidence that proves he was bleeding then. One thing I do like about this case is that it parallels the case all that time ago where the two people murdered each other. Or at least it looked that way.
What was that case? What game? Which one?
Just before. This game, Trial 4.
the flashback case.
Oh, yeah. That is kind of nice.
Mr. Alba, you bear in your body a great wound.
That was from when Damask 2 attacked me with a pair of scissors. Yeah, and that happened way after he was in the dressing room.
Ah, but is that really what happened? You can manufacture a weapon by smearing blood on it, so I can't just accept that as fact. Shall we try a test, Mr. Alba, and see if the shape of your wound matches the scissors? Yes, why not? Let's extend this even longer.
You really are something else, Mr. Edgeworth. You don't let a single thing slip you by, no matter how insignificant the possibility.
You're one to talk, Mr. Alba. You've managed to give the law the slip for 10 years as the smuggling ring's leader. No matter the danger, you can hide every last ounce of fear and anxiety from everyone. You truly are a one-of-a-kind criminal.
I'm the master of my fear. However, to think that a person such as you could miss such a large thing.
You believe I've overlooked something?
You said that my wound was caused by Mr. Cochin, and that it was caused here in one of the theater's dressing rooms.
Yes,
right?
that is correct.
I'd like to point out that it's simply not possible. My wound is a stab wound, and one that could only have come from a blade. I wonder what you will propose that such a weapon came from. This theater was packed with security guards. It would have been impossible for anyone to come into this area with a weapon of any sort.
Just as Mr. Alba is able to bring in the Albasan knife into the bouquet, there must have been some way to sneak a weapon in of some sort.
Yeah, it's just that knife. But as long as you can't prove what the other way is, all your talk about Mr. Cochin stabbing me is pure nonsense. So if that other way does not exist, you'd better hurry and tell me now.
With pleasure.
Wait, what?
This piece of evidence shows us how Mr. Cochin brought a weapon into the theater.
Oh yeah, the Yatagarasus key, look at that.
Among law enforcement, this piece is known as the Yatagarasu's key.
That key? That's the key that my father stole from here 7 years ago.
And it is very unique in that it is both a key and a knife. Meaning that under the guise of a key, it could have been easily brought into the theater.
No!
Now we're back on the writing track. You couldn't dispose of the knife that stabbed you. Therefore, you whipped out the blood and placed it in back of Mr. Cochin's pocket. After all, the key itself opens the safe in his office. And inside that safe, there was a document about Kodopian paper signed by Mr. Cochin. In order to make it look like Mr. Cochin died as the leader of the smuggling ring. You had to make it so that the police were the ones who opened the office safe. All that hard work to save herself only served to destroy you in the end. Shall we try matching this knife's blade with your wound, Mr. Quercus Alba?
Yeah. Oh, but you see...
The Aspel deck is closed. And that is what some may call the coup de grace.
Impossible. The thing is I can't trust this game anymore at all. You can't take me down.
We're done.
Swine, all of you. Especially Manny Cochin. This is all because of that man's betrayal. He sought to steal control of the smuggling ring from me by removing me as ambassador. Which is why I deserve to die and will bury the guilt for all my crimes with me. That's why I thought of the Yatagarasu's card and how this incident was born.
Interesting. So we're getting the Scooby-Doo villain revealed this time around.
Manny was supposed to be the smuggling ring's leader who was killed by the Yatagarasu.
We'll take that as confession.
I had yet another reason, yet another story that was supposed to play out. Manny's death was supposed to bring everything to a close, and I would have gotten away with this. For you mentally prosecuted. I'm sorry, what was that about Scooby-Doo, Ross?
I read that entire thing. It was Scooby-Doo. Like, everything. Everything was Scooby-Doo. Him explaining himself, him, like, revealing all his crimes. Yeah, that was Scooby-Doo. Yeah, 300%. I knew it before even the meddling prosecutor's line. Mr. Alba, I'm afraid there's one more question I forgot to ask. This country or Alabast? Which country's court would you like to face first? Either way, it's game over for you.
EA. Holy shit. Fucking eyes.
Oh my god, it's worth you murdered him! Well, that was one hell of a dream, wasn't it, sir?
Yes, a nightmare, actually. Oh, this is it, the big day. It's Mr. Alba's trial today.
And next week, he's scheduled to stand trial in his own country in Alabast. Francisca's heading that one. I suspect she'll be serving a full course of whiplashes at it.
Having to face Miss Von Karma in court right after facing you, sir.
Jesus Christ, this poor bastard.
Ugh, I don't even want to think about that would be like. I caught a glimpse of Mr. Alba as he was being escorted to the courthouse, and boy, he looked about as glum as I do the day before I get my monthly paycheck. You know, I've been thinking, that flight attendant and even Mr. Portsman were all Mr. Alba's secret agents.
Correct. That smuggling ring was the common thread between all the incidents. Camille was to provide support during
Hey, we
smuggling
saw her
routes.
again.
Yeah. Using her job as an attendant, and Mr. Portsman was to manipulate trials related to the ring to end in their favor.
Ugh, I fly airlines and even the prosecutor's office. No one was safe from the smuggling ring, huh, sir?
I suspect there are even more members of this ring spread throughout the world.
Yeah, it sounds like such a big op that I can't even begin to imagine what it's like.
What is it, detective?
Nothing. It's just, well, come to think of it, Mr. Ernest Amano's trial is also scheduled for later today, sir.
I'm aware of that. Mr. Amano has been working with the smuggling ring now for over 10 years. He used the Amano Group's various connections worldwide to assist the ring. But all that has come to an end, as his conglomerate is now undergoing harsh scrutiny. I owe Mr. Amano a debt of gratitude, but he must pay his debt to society.
Well, with the arrests of both Mr. Alba and Mr. Amano, I guess that about wraps up the KG-8 incident as well, huh?
I suppose so. The real killer in the KG-8 incident 10 years ago was Manny Cochin. And 7 years ago, the killer in the second KG-8 incident was Macrel. Those two facts are the unshakable truth, however. It seems that a lot of effort was put into hiding these and other truths from us. And I will expose it all at the trials today.
You're solving cases left and right today, aren't you, sir?
CCU and Deedman. Perhaps now, these two brave souls who tried to make the truth known can rest in peace. Ah, that Deedman.
Aw, Deed, man.
By the way, I received some gifts from Ambassador Plano. Shrimp, crab, beef. I don't need any of these, so I'm going to be giving them to you.
What? Seriously, sir? Wait, actually, I don't think I want them anymore. The way you're holding them, don't tell me they're just coupons, sir.
Detective Gumshoe, have you not read the paper recently? Ever since the two countries became Codopia again, its economy has changed.
Really?
And it seems that Ambassador Plano has reaped a few benefits of his own from it. He has been announced as the official ambassador of the newly reunified Codopia.
But what a pity. Even though every item he sent is a treasure. Oh, it's a treasure? You don't seem that interested. Well, if you don't want them, I can give them to my lovely assistant, Okay. Wait, that's not what I said. Sir Edgeworth, please let me have them, sir. Actually, come to think of it, where is Kay? How come she's still not here? Hey, you've got to be more alert than that. I can't believe you didn't notice. I was even mimicking Mr. Edgeworth's voice for a bit. I totally didn't notice you or realize that voice was you.
I thought it was Von Karma, then I thought it was you, then I didn't know who the hell it was. Lang C says, ferocious love blooms with each new spring. Agent Lang, a pleasant surprise to see you here, making no sense as usual. It's been a long time since I set foot in a courthouse, but I wasn't gonna miss. Watching the guy who screwed up my country finally get what's coming to him. Well, that and something else. I want to see you in action in court. Is that so, Agent Lang? We flushed out all the counterfeit bills so Zengfa's finally at peace again. And it's all thanks to you, so I just want to say thanks.
Wow, I never thought I'd see the day old Wolfie says thanks to Mr. Edgeworth.
I should be the one thanking you, Agent Lang. If you hadn't negated Mr. Alba's extraterritorial rights, I would not have been able to bring him in trial.
Please tell me that Lang's gonna be like, oh, actually, I was lying just to get him to stay in the room.
I believe the victory belongs to the both of us in this case. His lawyer would tell him.
Yeah, shared victory, huh? Oh wait, that's you.
Look, don't get me wrong, I'll still never forgive you prosecutors, and I have zero interest in that truth thing you talk about in court. I've always done things my own way, and that's not about to change, you got that?
I see. I believe you should follow your own creed of what you do for your job. I follow the police logic of shoot first, ask questions later. Yeah, if
Wow,
there's ever
this
someone...
Lane character's awesome!
Yeah, if there's ever someone your precious tooth can't catch, feel free to sit around and cry about it all you want. Liberal tears. But as you go, I'm gonna get that person no matter what.
You know what their relationship is? Hold on, I gotta find a video real quick.
Is it the, I dump trash into the ocean and then it just marries?
No.
That's for me. I'm gonna get that person no matter what. Alright. It's about time for the trial to start. I will see you later. I'll be watching your performance from the gallery. I'm looking forward to this.
Alright, I sent you what the relationship is.
Okay, let's go take a look.
Wake up, liberal. Shit, wake up, sleepyhead. I made you breakfast. I love you.
Such a good video.
POV, you're a fanboy and you're totally straight right-winger boyfriend likes you.
Wait, this is the top comment?
That is one of the top comments. Yeah.
You're a femboy, don't you? Oh, God. Anyways. I've prepared a whole ton of ticker tape for today's victory, sir.
Listen, if people can find love, they can find love. That should be celebrated. Even if they don't agree with you at all.
I mean, it won't be a long love, that's for sure. I'll help throw some around when Mr. Edgeworth wins.
Hope you've got enough, because I'm gonna go call my men up as well. A modest amount of ticker tape goes a long way. Who knows? Maybe the right wing will change. Maybe the femboy will change. I don't know.
I mean, there are a surprising amount of racist femboys in the world. Really, if you check the Twitter accounts of the text is scrolling, I should stop talking.
Story
about
of the
this.
ones who choose to dedicate their lives to this. I don't care. Prosecutors are those who seek a guilty verdict for the defendants they meet. It's the same every fucking game. And to that end, you have no choice but to win by any means necessary. That creed was forced onto me since I was very young. However, I no longer think that is all we prosecutors are. And that is because... It's gonna be Nick. It's gonna be Nick.
They can't show that man.
Even though I've only been away from the courtroom for a short time. If it is Nick, Nick's gonna fucking lose. I feel as though it's been a long time since Step 1 won. Today, more than any other day, I feel the fight within
It's
me
gonna
rising.
be pain. Or no one. Or
Okay.
no one.
Darn.
Alright.
I guess Phoenix
You
wouldn't
know-
take this case.
Oh, hey! It's one. Yeah, I forget they do these for the credits. Oh, but oh no, I'm really in Mr. Edgeworth's debt for the other day. Thanks to him, I'm still free to serve in the friendly blue skies. Oh, so about my suitcases. I've been selling them on the internet, and they've become a real sensation.
Goddamn.
Thanks to the praise the art world has lavished on my work as being truly postmodern.
That's how you fucking get the rich people. You sell them
Airline has
stupid
chosen me to
bullshit
design the line
designs.
of jumbo jets. Just think someday you'll be able to take a ride in my pink-walled, yellow-seated jet. Yeah, it's like NFTs basically. You just sell them to fucking rich idiots and scam them. Oh, I need to see Cammy Meal in prison.
I'm so... The noises.
Yeah.
Edgeworth! Yeah, rudeness of a rude man. Because of him, my time and money is wasted. But more importantly, I've received a most fantastic treasure recently. The primitive statue of the Principality of Codopia. It weighs a bit light in my hands, but the Ambassador Polano was most generous.
Yeah, okay.
And when I find out it's fake, I'm gonna strangle him.
We finally caught Agent Hicks's killer, and I was able to witness Mr. Alba's teary eyes. It feels good to finally bring everything to a close. I received another offer from Interpol to work another case in cooperation with them. However, the Cadopian courts await. Canopia's air is supposed to be very fresh, so my whip should find new vigor there.
Bye, Von Karma. Never see you again.
I think she's in the second game.
Yeah, probably. Meekins.
Oh god, please let Kay talk here and not Meekins.
This little patrol man has been fired as of today, sir. I thought I was safe since they found the gun I dropped. I hadn't noticed I dropped my police badge, too. I guess what really broke the camel's back was I couldn't find my badge. My little life has suddenly tripped into a dark black hole, sir. I think I'll go to the courthouse and file a complaint with Mr. Ruffles man. And that's how he got a job as a court license.
Oh god.
I made all the cases more annoying just by being in them, sir.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, are we gonna get a line from Emma? That's good. I'm glad she didn't show up enough. I was actually hoping to talk to Mr. Edgeworth a bit more before I did. Or then I did. But I've got to get going and return to Europe. I've still got a long way to go and a lot of stuff to study there. Next time I help Mr. Edgeworth on a case, I'm going to do it as a real forensic scientist. I'm sure he's going to need all the help I can give him, scientifically.
And yet she doesn't appear in 5 when Edgeworth comes back.
Yeah. At least she's in 6. Ooh.
Because the kidnapping was staged, I was let off easy. But I won't be going outside much anytime soon. But that's really okay. The only prison I'm forever trapped in is the cage of love. The guard down at the detention center, though, well, when he's on guard duty, he has such a cold look in his eyes, just like that prosecutor. Oh, stop it, Lauren. When will you ever learn to stop being a prisoner of love?
I laugh at her and then I say the same shit about Surura.
Listen. To be honest, that prison guard, though, he's been in every game. He's a pretty nice guy. I think she could find love with the prison guard.
It appears there are sorts of drama that takes place outside the courtroom. Since we done it there day in day out, I've only heard a few rumors, but apparently Mr. Edgeworth teamed up with a thief and became a detective. Maybe I should team up with a bailiff and try to become a lawyer or something.
Good. Oh, wow. This is a character that existed barely.
Did I do her or did you
Yes,
do her?
you did her.
Okay. Woo, I barely escaped death yet again. Yeah, but boy, were we lucky to have Mr. Edgeworth help us out, huh? Yeah, but because I lost the key, I got fired from my security guard job. Don't let it get you down, Mackie. You've still got me. You're right, sir. I won't be sad. I'm gonna pick myself up and get through this. I wonder what my next job should be. Oh, this is actually kind of fun.
I love getting fired over and over again and having no money.
Yeah.
Brandon Gay.
Yeah.
Good job, localization team.
Hell yeah.
You fuckers kept placing the same goddamn nook and cranny bullshit everywhere, so I'm actually, but you know,
It
good
might
job.
be a direct translation of the Japanese.
Why not come to Godopia for your summer vacation? We have coupons aplenty. Right now, our embassy is proud to present our Let's Investigate a Murder show. Although recreating that particular case has created a small fire of its own, that we had a couple problems with the fire marshals, but the next event will be great. It will be an attraction entitled Capture the Yatagarasu. Of course, I hope to enlist Case help in creating the latest attraction.
I'm glad he wasn't the killer. I like him too much.
He's a pretty cool guy. His smile offsets me a little bit, but you know.
Oh, God.
I can't believe that Mindy ditched me and went to Japan! But it's okay, because that's how I met Miharu. They're planning to go to Paris soon and start a business. We're gonna sell blue ocean dogs. I sell like hotcake hot dogs for sure. A blue hot dog and a blue bun. I guarantee it'll turn your tongue and your face blue.
God.
I know I'm not really the type to work her a lot, or at all, really, but,
Oh, so I noticed I really haven't seen the guy in the blue suit all that recently.
The guy.
Wonder what's up. Well, next time we meet him, I'm gonna make him eat one of my dogs.
Close childhood friend. The guy in the blue suit. They really just can't say his name.
like, alright,
Or
you have
they're
to make a game,
saving it for
you're not allowed to
post-credits.
say Phoenix.
Today I gave testimony in court today as a member of the Yatagarasu.
Did they really have today? I gave testimony in court today. Yo, Mr. Bad, you look well, things considered. By the way, have you noticed the elements within the ring have begun moving?
They're probably fighting over who should succeed, over who should be the next boss. Although, to be honest, I wish I could forget I'd ever heard of that smuggling ring.
Like Z says, thoroughly bite the poisonous snake from head to tail. No one runs afoul of the law and escapes this wolf's fangs. I'll get you all yet.
Ah, youth. When did I become so old, I wonder? I've begun noticing the gray hairs in my beard more. I'm thinking of retiring my mirror.
That's a cool line.
Yeah. I hope if he shows up again in the next game, he doesn't have the mirror.
Boop. I was the Pink Princess and the Pink Badger all in the span of 2 days. Talk about busy. That's alright, because I got a letter from my beloved Edgy Poo. Please take care of your hip, and when you wish to speak, first take off your headpiece. What does he mean by that last statement? It's not like I enjoy being under a headpiece every time I see him. Stanley is some creepy fuzzy pink animal, and then I was a pink princess, a great hero of justice. This is a young maiden sewing a stylish head in the top and then wear a costume or something, but even that just sounds like a terrible idea.
I can't believe she's the last. Well, unless it was like a post-credits. Okay, yeah.
Should I turn it up so you can actually enjoy the music?
Yeah. Thanks.
Sorry, everyone else at home.
Well, I feel so much better now that the trial's over. And as always, your legal prowess was top-notch, sir. Yeah, nothing beat the look on Mr. Alba's face when you revealed the ring's secrets.
I never realized that she has boot clopping noises.
Yeah, neither did I. I was amazed. You're like a totally different person when you step into a courtroom. Mr. Edgeworth is always 10 times fiercer in court.
Based on the information Mr. Alba offered up, they've begun large-scale operations to clean up the rest of the ring, which I'm happy to leave to Francisca and Agent Lang.
So, what are your plans now, Kay? Huh? Oh, well, we've taken care of the creep who killed my father, so I'm not sure. Hey, I know. Maybe I'll just keep on being Mr. Edgeworth's assistant. Are you just trying to steal my job, pal? Just kidding, just kidding. I can't steal something so important to you, Gummy. Neither of us will show up again. What a relief.
Okay.
Yeah?
Even after all that's happening, are you still planning to become a great thief?
Of course. But I don't want to tarnish the legend of the noble Yatagarasu. So I'm gonna hold off on doing anything until I make a tight 3-person team of my own. A 3-person team? A 3-person team of young beauties the same age as me, if possible. Let me call up Maya Fey and Francisco's close enough.
With those criteria, I highly doubt you'll find the 2 other people you need.
My father chose to fight for the truth. I think that's what was so noble about him. So you see, Mr. Edgeworth, the only things I'll ever steal are the truths that have been hidden away. I'm gonna work extra hard to make a world where the Yatagarasu isn't needed.
Let's both strive for such a future. How are you going to get paid? I have no fucking idea.
I'll just bum in your office. Well, I guess it's time for me to get going.
And by that I mean sleeping on your couch. I see. Piss off.
Hey, keep your chin up and stay strong, okay? And don't be a stranger. Don't worry, I'll be back. I'll be sure to break the lock on the window and sneak in.
Nope. So it goes. Music goes back down. If you could, I'd appreciate it if you came in through the building's front door.
It's okay, Mr. Edgeworth. The lock on my window home's been broken forever. Oh, one last thing before I go. Let's take a group picture, just the three of us. Yeah, commemorative photo. Every big case has to end with one.
No.
Hey, why not? Don't tell me you're camera shy, Mr. Edgeworth.
Of course not, Detective.
Come on, Mr. Edgeworth, I'm taking the picture now. Hey, come back here. Mr. Edgeworth, you can't run away from this, sir.
Hey, Detective Gumshoe. Stop that. I can't be seen doing that.
Okay, I'm totally taking it now. Say cheese.
And thus the long tale of the KG8 incident came to a close. I saw the demise of a smuggling ring and the birth of a little great thief. But there is a little time to rest and relax, for I'm eager to tackle the investigation into a new case. The reason for my eagerness is I want to pursue the truth, and I want to believe in that strength of those who use the power of the law for good. As someone who has chosen to live my life as a prosecutor, that is my new creed.
New. That's a good picture.
I'm going to eat your key, Kay.
No! Holy shit, he's gonna eat our key.
I'm only supposed to be eating the key of that man. Okay. Well, that's investigations one.
Alright, I mean, you know, all things considered, it's good.
A lot of fan service.
Yeah, but most of it I enjoyed, so hey, I mean, there you go.
Very funny game. I think this might be one of the
Yes.
funniest Ace Attorney games.
It has gotta be the funniest game.
Because, you know, Phoenix is funny. Edgeworth is freaking hilarious.
Yeah.
It's not just him. It's just him being surrounded by idiots is like the perfect punchline setup.
And you know what? If Investigations 2 is really, like, immensely better than this, like everyone says, I'm fucking excited.
Yeah, I think that'll definitely be pretty cool. That ending case there started to drag its fucking heels.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's not, like, the worst case in the franchise, but, like,
It's
I
a
really
shame.
liked the ideas.
The ideas were awesome. Absolutely. It's far from the worst, but there was definitely a length problem to it.
I was kind of like, I was feeling the like Rise from Ashes syndrome, like with all the like, it's the end, where it's
Jesus
just like
fucking Christ.
Rise from Ashes never fucking ends.
It's also that and a mixture of just the repetition of stuff like saying it's the end, ba-ba, ba-ba-ba-ba-ba, and the fucking every nook and cranny bullshit.
Yeah, totally. That's the thing, right? Each of our campaigns, like my campaigns had one end, yours has kind of had two. The first one was like, hey, let's go to Milishari, and the second one was like, hey, let's save Ukebe.
But like even saving Ukebe wasn't clearly the end because the war was still ongoing. That was like, yeah.
I suppose you're right. I mean,
The Milish Shrine was like the false ending. Where it's just
well,
like, all
but
right,
the same could be said for going to the capital and mine. It's like, yeah, there's still a war.
Yeah. We've had like nice bookends. I'd be like, all right, that's the first chapter or like the first part. Now we can move on to the other ones. This shit is just insane with like the ending chapter. It was a lot of saying this is the end.
It's kind of like in music how you can't just play the root note a million times and be like, isn't it satisfying? Like, no, it's not. You gotta fluff it out. You gotta
Didn't
use
you
it
watch a
sparingly
video
and
that
fluff it
was
out.
the best part of The Boys Are Back in Town, but just played on loop for 20 minutes? I think I remember
Oh
you.
god. Maybe? Oh, yeah. That's the thing, right? Like the da 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 da, like that deep note there. I'm pretty sure that's like the tonic, right? If the song was just like da 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 da, that's what the end of that case was like.
Yeah.
It's satisfying in the song. It's not when it's just the same note.
I would choose the like that whole part. That's what I would call my whatever the word you just used. I don't know music theory in the fucking slightest.
Yeah, it's okay.
In conclusion, though, great characters, great music.
Yeah, the music's really good.
I liked every single one of the villains. I think all of them are memorable.
Yeah, yeah. You know, as much as I hype up Cammy Meal, I think Lauren Pops was my favorite character. Like, my favorite new character, I should say. Actually, no, there's K. Favorite tertiary character was Lauren Pops.
Lauren Pops didn't do anything.
But I love her.
Oh yeah, she's cute. That absolutely is valid. Very
It's not
valid.
just the cuteness, but it's also the humor behind it, too, is good.
Yeah, it is another character, female character, who's just like, I'm in love with the bad boy, and I only like bad boys, which I think there have been several of in this series.
But it's also just, like, her mannerisms and, like, the
Yes.
way she talks to herself and the fucking ring pop.
No, Lauren, you can't do that. Stop it.
Yeah, exactly.
I know what we'll do.
What's that?
When we go to second party in your campaign, you
Yeah.
can just introduce a character that's like,
No, stop it. Don't go for that person. No.
I think that would be a very funny dynamic to play around with.
Second party is going to be a lot of fun for a lot of reasons.
That'll do.
Especially because it's not just a new party that I like, it's a new party that I like in the same setting. So there's a lot of extra context that just I don't have to re-explain, you know?
Yeah. I started thinking about second party stuff. Obviously not doing a second party, but like I mentioned, there were going to be chapters that cut to a different party. I'm
Yeah,
considerate. So
I want to do that too, honestly, on occasion, where it's just like, all right, this chapter you're playing is like, I don't fucking know.
And
Like,
then I thought about it. I'm like, you know what would probably work out the best? What if I just
What's that?
wrote that? But instead of writing it like, you know, how we write our scripts, I actually just like write it. Actually, book format.
oh.
I think that makes a lot more sense. I think that gets it through. People can read through it at their own leisure. We don't have to record it. It can be described.
Here's the problem with that. Jaden won't read it.
If he won't read it, then it can be summarized, and that's his loss.
All right, fair enough. You know, I make that comment
might.
at the end of the Halloween hack. I say, "What am I doing with my life?" Well, I'm playing a 16-year-old's shitty Earthbound hack for a Discord of 3 people, one of whom who'll watch it, one of whom who might watch part of it, and one of whom who'll be like, "Why aren't you playing Dragon Quest instead?" So
Didn't Andonauts call them the F slur?
yeah, he totally did, and here's the thing. It's kind of fucking hilarious.
Yes, it is. That whole thing is such an edge cunt story. It's amazing.
I'm excited for you to watch it.
Oh, I
Honestly,
experienced it. I played through it myself. I've beaten the game.
You've played it, really?
Yes, I've played it. I've beaten the game. And when I was describing you actually survived this nonsense, what I was referring to is the beginning of the game where you just have Varric, or whatever the hell his name is, and you go through that early portion where the game kicks your fucking ass. That is an Earthbound game where you do have to get a little bit of grindy in.
I did grind.
Because
There.
like you go down to the sewers and it kicks your fucking ass. It kicks your teeth in.
Yeah, I say it in the video. I'm like, look, as much as I was anti-grind through the other games, this is made by fucking 16-year-old Toby Fox.
Yeah,
I'm
have to
grinding.
You have to grind. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
Once you do it that one time, though, it doesn't really get that bad. Andonauts isn't the
That
hard
said,
fight.
I didn't go over leveled, so it was still like a bit of a challenge.
Earthbound is a great game for grinding, considering that no matter how much you grind, you go to the next area over, the monsters give you a shit ton more experience, so it's like, you know, you can just wait. You don't have to, like, power level. It's slow anyway.
Mm-hmm.
In any case, it's been investigations.
Yeah, really good game.
What's coming next?
What's coming next? Probably Bug Fables or Amori, I think.
That is a hard choice because I want to play both.
Yeah.
I have both as well.
I mean, no, you bought me Amori.
I think I have Amori too, and if I don't, well, I have Bug Fables. I know that much at least. I have that one.
Yeah, you have Bug Fables. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I also have Amori, and if I don't, well, I wouldn't mind buying it if you didn't want to be the one to play it. But if you wanted to be the one to play it, then it's Earthbound.
Yeah, I mean, I'm usually just sitting in screen share. Don't get me wrong, it's nice to be able to mute and just like eat food while the gameplay is still happening, but fair share and all that.
It's nice to switch back and forth. It's also nice to play games simultaneously, but I don't think Bug Fables is a game that you can play simultaneously, sadly. Neither is Amori.
Yeah.
Steam, are you going to open anytime soon? No. No, I don't think it. Out there it goes. Okay. Let's go take a look. Running like vomit today, Steam, I see. I do have Amori. Yep.
You do? Okay.
So either of us could choose to be the one who plays it.
Okay.
Interesting. Immediately first community comment, it looks like the characters are fighting a giant marshmallow squid.
Ah, good. Looks like it's got its fair share of mother inspiration then.
Yes, it does. Absolutely. Through its teeth. I've played the first couple hours of Bug Fables. I never finished because I thought we were going to do a playthrough of it. I guess we are.
Yeah.
So, very fun game as well.
Yeah, I mean it's Paper Mario: The 1,000-Year Bug. So
Yeah, you got the tomboy bee. You got the cute little beetle dude, and you have them.
Them.
Yeah, they actually use they them pronouns. So.
Oh, that's actually really cool. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm willing to bet there's a character like that in Amori. Just it makes sense that there would be, but who knows?
Yeah.
So that's always nice.
Fun game.
Yeah, we got time to decide, especially
Really
because
killer soundtrack.
probably are gonna try and knock out Reborn soon.
Yeah, but that's not going to prevent us from playing a game. So.
Right.
But what we actually have to do first, you owe me one more session of Dark Souls 3.
Yeah, we could do Dark
I like
Souls.
how it's an O feature now.
It's an O feature?
Yeah, it's an ode feature now. The game. It's like, fine, I guess I have to play some Dark
Oh,
Souls 3.
I mean, I enjoy it enough.
Ross, I gotta be honest, if that last session of Dark Souls 3 was the one before it, I think I would have quit.
I mean, yeah, that's true, but
Yeah, no, that's understandable. That place kicks your ass. It's not really friendly at all.
I needed the high that was Watcher. Wait, no, not Watcher Knights. That's the Hollow Knight boss that spawns a bunch of them. What's it called?
They're called, I think Watch is correct.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe Watcher Knights is inspired by them then.
They are Dark Souls 3. Not the Watchdogs. They are. Alright, I'll just have to look at the boss list because I forget their name.
Let's see.
Don't look up the boss list. There's too many spoilers.
I'm not looking up the boss.
Abyss Watchers. That's what they are.
Abyss Watchers, yeah. There's a boss on Hollow Knight called the Watcher Knights, which is a very similar thing where you just fight a bunch of the same dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, I needed that high to go into the next session and be positive.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's investigations.
That is investigations. When we come back next time, we'll be doing something else.
Yeah.
And one day we'll come back for investigations too, but that'll be a little bit.
Well, first you gotta finish Spirit of Justice, I mean.
Yeah, and we might actually do DR3 before then. Depends.
DR3, I don't know. Maybe. I'd
don't
kind
really-
of rather do investigations too.
Yeah, I don't
before
really
DRC.
care about rushing into either that much. I mean, DR3
Yeah,
is apparently
yeah.
the best one, but also there's some things in there that kind of make me go, I don't know. Danganronpa
Yeah,
is like Atlas and Persona games in that there's always that one scene that just makes me go, I don't know. But
Yeah,
I mean, it's
yeah.
one scene, so it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd like to do a Mori and or Bug Fables and then investigations too.
Okay. That will be probably our project. I don't think anyone's joining us for Bug... Well, maybe Zuber would join us for Bug Fables.
That'd be nice.
Depends on if he's interested. I don't know if he'll join us for Mori. Maybe he would. I don't know if he's
It doesn't
actually
feel like
serious.
his type of game.
No. Well, let's invest. I
Yep.
just want this to go a little bit longer so we get it on in 3 hours and 40 minutes. So you have to hold us for
Oh,
10
yeah.
minutes.
You
10
mean 3
seconds.
hours, 40 minutes, and a second?
Yeah, that's right.